Is everybody getting comfortable? Hope y'all are liking this smooth jazz as we get ready for another Truck Tuesdays. Welcome back, y'all. Dirk the Panda with American Truck Simulator on Truck Tuesdays. Yes, I am back and looking forward to doing this again. Hoping the music is balanced well enough. Might do it another 5 down. I could try and figure out the volume stuff. I have some interesting settings I need to set up. Yeah, that is the problem of streaming. You gotta figure shit out on the fly. Unless you have some gremlin sitting around doing that work for you. But nah, alas, it is just me being here with y'all. Us. One on one. On. Well, maybe one on. It is one on one. One viewer. It is one on one. Oh my god. That was evil. Why did I laugh like that? Good morning, Slow Panda. How are you doing? Hope you're enjoying these nice little vibes we got going here. How's your day been? Sorry, I'm just like getting some last minute stuff tweaked around. And I probably will change the playlist eventually, because right now we're just doing a bunch of Swing Out Sister, which one of my favorite bands. Love listening to Swing Out Sister on, not loop, sorry, on shuffle. Honestly, I could just like pull up any Swing Out Sister song and be like, yes, this is the mood. Well enough. Aw. Well, I hope this makes it even more well. Today's been kind of not like hectic, but I'm doing more stuff at my job, which is always a fun sign. I have been assigned to one more thing now where I'm just sending stuff and making sure people are in the know, and that's always nice. I have sent out some emails, planned some meetings. I feel like a real businessy business person. So that's been my day. It's pretty busy throughout the whole day. Managed to get a walk in during lunch, which was really nice. Really nice out, but really windy, which made my hair blow, which is one of my favorite things. I don't like being cold in the wind, but I do like my hair breezing in the wind. It is so nice, so smooth, so much style, so much grace. Man, this jazz music, what am I saying? This jazz music is really getting me into some vibey zones. So, we start, alas. Here we go. The job market. A great source. Look at my mouse. I'm like, should I get a mouse pad? I mean, I don't know how bad it is for your mouse to not have a mouse pad, but I'm just thinking in the future I should get one soon. Either buy it or put it on throne. Damn, that was some hardcore pandering. But yeah, this is the first stream of the week. And for anybody who is a VN fan, I have some good news for you. I am doing the Arches update on Thursday. On Twitch, actually. Definitely Throne. Nothing implied there whatsoever. I need to get more water sometime, but for now, we will just get set up with butt. Nah, it's actually butte, but wouldn't that have been funny? Our first destination today is straight into butt. These are not butt. These are not butt either. This is butt. Okay, I'll stop saying it. This is butte. I really should get some water to make sure I'm not like having a rough voice. It's not even rough. It's just ugh. It's kind of a gross voice. I don't know how else to say it other than stuff in your throat type of voice. That was always my least favorite type of voice. Water, you say? What does this mean? We might do this route. Nah, we're gonna do this route because it doesn't go through any new places. Better get the best sink water ever. Oh yeah, I sure will. I might do a stream where I just fill up an entire like bottle or something with sink water as like a celebration and drink that entire thing on stream to show that sink water is still a healthy alternative. All right, let's get started. There we go. Let's get started then. All right. Let's get ourselves a little acclimated here. Only 3 people, including you, drink the sink water. Well, we're just a rare breed. A valid breed, but a rare breed nonetheless. Alright, how are we gonna get out of here? Well, chat, enjoy your silence. And do you want to know why we have silence? It is because yours truly forgot to change over the audio channel to the American Truck Simulator Truck Audio of Trucktastic Truck Portions. We'll stop here, and I'll do a Shift Tab to add it to the Games Audio channel. Switch. We're going to do a little switcheroo-noonie. I don't know what that meant, but we are doing it nonetheless. There we go. Very nice. Oh. That is the emergency brake. Oh my goodness. That was a truck. Surprised how quiet this truck is so far. Should I turn up the audio a little bit? Oopsie daisies, what happened? Yes, I forgot to turn on the audio. That's what you're oopsieing for. Anytime Soul Panda says oopsie or something along those lines, I get terrified that something happened major. The truck is a little bit quiet. Truck. There we go. We can adjust the audio a little bit. I think first I'm going to amp up the game's audio to normal just so that's not all. It's muted now. Great. There we go. All the way up. Nothing can stop me. I am all the way up. Can I? Okay, I can. This doesn't make it do the tick sound or anything. Bummer. How am I supposed to know how loud it's going to be? Maybe this might work? This might be a little loud. Great. If I made it that loud, I might have to take it down 2 notches. Oh, we can definitely hear stuff now. How delightful. Are we gonna get the green light? No. And why not? Why have we been forsaken? Ooh, this is... I could turn it down a notch or two, but I think it's good for now. It's not the end of the world. If I remember, I could change it during the break. And for some reason, I have to do a 5 billion point turn according to the map. Thank you, map. Very informative. I thought I was told to turn right here. I was improperly informed. Oui. As long as a train doesn't come, our cargo will not get damaged. We have discovered a recruitment agency. Neat. Boop-a-doop-a-doo. Stop. Are you kidding me? That is not cash money of you, game. Now I've lost some cash money. The hardest turn in the game. Nailed. On a whim. It's fine though. I'm the only person that drives on my team. So that's fine. So I get to keep all the money. I'm a one-man company. Why? Because filing taxes for other people and stuff is hard. Taxes are hard. And I just started doing my taxes. Might be a good year for me, but I don't know in the future. It's usually good for people, like, it's obviously not good to not have employment, but usually if you, work for like part of the year and then for some reason you get let off or you don't have a sort of job during like the rest of the year, then usually your tax return's actually pretty decent. It can be something that just depends on, yeah, length of employment, how your government or country or state taxes you, because at least in my situation I was taxed based on like a year's worth of projection, and so even though I'd only worked for 4 months last year, that year's worth projection is supposed to give me money back, so that's nice. Yeah, tax is gross. Tax is icky. They're icky because they haven't been reformed well. Taxes are just an annoying thing to do in general. And I didn't even use a turn signal there. Whoopsies. Nobody was there. It doesn't matter. It's not illegal if nobody sees it. I am looking away. I keep forgetting to do a redeem where people can take the shirt off. But... whoop, 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 whoop. Whoop. One more time for funny's sake. But yeah, I need to get that redeem set up. Whoa. That was quite a rocky turn. But we made it. Gulp. I did a gulp. Okay, we're gonna do a right turn up ahead. Chad, I'm not sure if these streams should be like cozy vibes in the future, or if they should be like these silly, slightly chaotic streams where it's like I'm crashing and doing all those silly little things. I really don't know what direction to take this, because at one point, or on one hand, these can be really like calm and relaxing when you hit some points like this where you're just breaking away, going down the middle forever, making some turns in like the middle of nowhere, the scenery and all. But on other times it is just hilarious and comedic to see me like mess up, and that is not as low energy or as low vibey. So I need to still figure out this series identity, but nonetheless it is fun. Ah, shoot, I also might have to eventually switch out the playlist if this one runs out. I think there's like 40 songs on here, but it's like, still, I don't know how long they're gonna be each. Oh boy. My audio is starting to be a little crispy on me. And I think that's because the Bluetooth in this computer is starting to go a bit moot. I'm turning right. Not anymore. My worst case scenario is I have to plug it in manually, which is really, really annoying. Nothing happened there. Just a little dent. Oh, we're going on the 2. Haven't seen that before. Make sure to embrace your feels as we drive in the middle of the dark. Make sure there are no werewolves in the middle of the road. I have too many wolves on the mind after this year and the end of last year. My lord, there have been too many beautiful wolf characters in media. And boy, has it made me down bad, you may say. Especially with my recent posts on Twitter, you may be able to tell that I definitely have a liking for some of what's coming out recently. If anybody hasn't already heard or seen, there's a new game called Hi-Fi Rush, and everybody's playing it right now. Like, it just got dropped so suddenly, or released, not dropped, but technically dropped onto us. Anyway, the production of it all was very like hush hush, just to make sure that people weren't like pressuring and being like, when's it gonna come out, when's it gonna happen, and all that, which can be good. I don't know exactly the pros and cons are and what the gamer creation ethics are. A bit beyond me, but anyway, the game came out. It was a big surprise for everybody, and it just caught on like wildfire. The game is so beautiful and just it's such a blast. I actually have Tasano like on a different screen just playing it right now in case they still go and I could raid them later on. Like that would be really fun if I could. They're only like an hour 59 into it, almost 2. And so I assume they're gonna play this for a long time because this game's addicting. Plus, these streams might not go as long. My brother is home, so he's probably gonna sleep here tonight, so yeah. Good thing I'm making this a chill stream tonight, because otherwise tonight would be really tricky to manage around. Thursday, I'm definitely going to try and work it out with my brother, so either he sleeps with his girlfriend at her house or something like that, where we make arrangements so that I can still record here on Thursday, because Thursday is going to be that Arches update. The penultimate update for Arches. I am quite excited for it. The only spoiler that I did see was a thumbnail from Blythe Load. I keep working on pronouncing that because I heard myself say it like 2-3 years ago in a video that I looked at of mine, and I just literally garbled it when I said it. I just was like, like I nearly said it like that. But yes, the Blythe, the D is soft. Yes, the D's are soft. Oh yes, but werewolves. I mean, in Hi-Fi Rush though, there is a character. It's so tough. I don't know if I want to spoil it, but there somewhere is. They're not like a werewolf technically, but they do have that like werewolf kind of anatomy vibe to them. You'll see where and when it happens, or if you see my Twitter post, you'll probably know, obviously. But yeah, whew. Ah! Oh, that was close. Imagine if I got hit by a train. Yes. Oh boy. Cool. Quite a beauty. Beautiful mech indeed. Even if the guy himself is not a great man, and one that definitely can be slimy. I don't know how else to describe him other than that. Frugal in some ways could be another way to describe him, but boy is his mech and the way he personifies him is... Yes. Gorgeous. So fun. But yes, in addition to that, there is a lot of good stuff with it. Like the animation styles, like that very like comic, cell shaded, bright color, but also high action, like very stylized, and I love that style. Like, oh my gosh, seeing it come into action, it can be something that could potentially be done like poorly and like might be stylized but not have the best transition into 3D, but lately we've been getting a lot of good ones with that, like obviously Into the Spider-Verse. But yeah, Hi-Fi Rush did a really good job with taking the cell-shaded, stylized comic style and putting it into a 3D video game setting. So that, for one's great. And next up, the main course of it, the music. My goodness, the music is amazing, all original. As far as I've heard, it is completely playable on stream, so you can still hear everything and whatnot after the VOD and not have it taken down for copyright. So, or at least there's a streamer mode, supposedly? I have to look into it if I get the game, but yeah, it is luckily very playable on stream without having to worry about copyright issues. It really is something that is quite a spectacle, though. But the music itself is all really good, really just... There's a lot of good mix into it. You got the pump-ups, you got the smooth, jazzy parts. Or maybe it's like snazzy jazz more so, I'd say. And it's hard to describe, but it's just a good blend of everything, but it definitely has the main thesis of it is definitely the rock element. We get to pass the way station. Good for us. But yeah, the music is amazing. Like, when I saw the game and I put it on my throne, I was like, this game just looks fun, it's colorful. And then I saw people actually playing it on stream, and it was like, oh god, I need a rhythm game in my life. Because it is a rhythm game, and I do love rhythm. I've never played a rhythm game before, sue me. I just need to get into it. But boy, I tend to be the type of guy who shakes my leg in beats and whatnot when I'm listening to music and getting that, so I don't know if I'll be good at a rhythm game, but that might be a good sign for it. So those two elements are really big for me. The third thing, to make it the whole trifecta, the characters. So well written together and just very charismatic. The villains are very humorous. You got really witty, snappy commentary. Also a little bit camp, but that's all really fun and good in my opinion. I love the camp. I embrace the cheese. So all that's good. Snappy, it's fun. You got a little good back and forth. The main cast is great. The villains, you're like, you're definitely rooting against them, but boy, they are fun villains. It's like, I've seen all but one of the boss battles? 2, maybe? maybe even 3. Jeez. I think there's like 6-ish. I think 6 at least boss battles. And I've seen at least 3 that I could recall off the top of my head. And they're all, like, really, well, obviously well choreographed, but just, they just, a lot of love has been put into this, and the whole game in general, but just an absolute blast to watch people play it. And if I get it, I get the feeling I'll have an absolute blast playing through it myself. But yeah, the main character, people initially said himbo, but he's not big or nice. He's just empty-headed, but in a very silly way. Good intentioned, but he could definitely have his moments of snark and whatnot. So that's why I wouldn't call him a himbo, but small in that sense. Not himbo, but small. So, yeah. Definitely got that. Yeah. Definitely got that headstrong no, that's a different character. Sorry. But yes, you'll have to see the whole cast. They all, like, vibe and mesh. What are you doing? What are you doing, you jabroni? Jabroni, what are you doing? No! Stop it! Stop it, you jabroni. Stop! Stop! Good. Are you talking about Hi-Fi Rush by chance? Oh yes, I kind of ranted about it for like 10 or 20 minutes, so if you just joined, you may have not heard it. Oh, we do have to exit. Shit. Silly cars, get in. But yeah, hi. Hi-Fi Rush. Hi, Wild. I was about to say Wildfur, but it's Weird Fur. Hi, Weird Fur. Is it Eris for the 3? Eris Weird Fur? I love the 3s. Kabu, hey! Kabu, what's up? Kabu, don't make me crash! Slow Panda. Chai is voiced by the ever-so-loving Robbie Damon. I wish I knew more about voice actors, but oh my gosh, the whole cast in there is great. Not only are the characters well written, but yes, voice acting for everyone is spot on. Honestly, if I play it and in retrospect, like compare it to like any other games that I either watch or play, it probably might go up as like my favorite of the year potentially. It's just, it was quite a good one to start off with this year. Try to think of. Nah, the other thing that I was thinking of that was obviously another Hot Wolf character was the movie Puss in Boots: Last Wish. I was like, what was the other video game I was thinking where I was like, ooh, woof? That was Bayo 3. Yeah. Between October of 2022 and now, January 2023, for any of you VOD watchers. Yes. Quite a hot and bothered 3 months we've had. It's only winter. But man, those 3 months. I gotta turn here. Very sloppy driving, but who cares? But yes, Kabu, what's up? I can't see what you said. So guess what? The other day you got the book. You got the book. Ah. Oh, I couldn't tag it. Yeah, I haven't been able to find Slow Panda either. I just say Slow Panda on Twitch or whatever when I've done it. Oh no, the antibiotics. What happened? I'm sorry I missed whatever happened, Kabu. Like, I did hear you were sick the other day, so you didn't stream. At least I don't think you streamed. But yeah, I didn't know exactly what it was. Sorry you're going through that, but yeah, fingers crossed on getting better. I'm stuck. Help. There's so many comments. I'm not used to seeing any. Like this many. And weird to slightly elaborate before I don't know, move on or whatnot, before I don't go in circles with the Hi-Fi Rush. I've just been simping over the whole game. Amazing. Love it. If you don't want any spoilers, I have not been spoiling it, but please remind me if you especially don't want spoilers, because I'll try and limit things as much as I can. Oh no, the weather. Oh. Ooh, the tonsils. And one day it was hot and then super cold again. The sink water, it damages people. Where did that topic come up? We were just talking about Hi-Fi Rush and Kabu. Oh, you drank sink water and died. I'm sorry you've been a victim to sink water. This is giving a bad rap for sink water. Not all sink water is like this. But in all seriousness, if the water itself is, you know, not properly filtered wherever you are, yeah, definitely don't drink it. If you know you're not getting good tap water in the area. Oh, weird for you don't know the half of my channel in sink water. If you're new here, sink water is quite a common trope here. Oh, baby, blazed, you live. And the water is fine for you. Good, good. I'm glad we have an ally for our sink water campaign. We've been ranting about Hi-Fi Rush and just simping over how good it is. That, and earlier I simped about how there are so many hot wolf dudes in media the past few months. This is what the liberal left want. Hot wolf boys in media. But the sink water damaged Kabu, which in this case is not a good advisory to have sink water. Sink water is not a be-all for everything and is not applicable to every situation. I am not saying sink water is something you must always drink. I'm just saying sink water is good when you can have it and it is good. Like, if the sink water is healthy in your area. Speaking of the Hi-Fi Rush, I am watching one of my friends, I think I mentioned earlier. Oh my god, it's it's the first boss in the game, and boy, mummy. That's all I gotta say. Oh, she's great. Ah, god. Yes, the person I'm looking at kind of off the side of the screen, in case I want to raid them, they started about an hour-ish before I did, maybe an hour and a half. If they're still playing it, I'd probably raid into them as my #1 pick. It's Tasano. Good old Tasano. They're awesome. And quite a cutie, too. Oh. I haven't seen this first boss battle, so I'm like glancing over while I drive, as all safe drivers should. Ah! She did a thing. I can't spoil because I don't want to spoil it. She did a funny thing. Ha ha. Spoilers. The funny ha ha happens. Oh my gosh. Oh. Oh man. That's gonna be a good battle if I ever play it. Can't believe that's the first battle. Did you see the— Yes, I did see the allocation. Who is it? Remember the guy on— who was it? Outcast stream or somebody else's stream? Was it somebody we raided into the other day? It may have been whoever we raided into afterwards, I think. May have been Behin? I don't know. Somebody I saw yesterday. I think you were in the same chat as me, Blazed, and this other her we were talking about— yeah, it was Outcast chat. I think it was yesterday. We were talking about yeah, the French entry and how it was in Breton in 96, but only Breton in 96. Yeah, there's another guy, somebody that was like, oh yes, I love Eurovision too. And they DM'd me about the semifinal allocation. And they also have vinyls of so many of the Eurovision entries. It is amazing. They're an awesome person. But yes, semifinal allocation. First off, first thing I have to say, jeez. Cyprus and Greece together in semifinal 2. Guess who's getting 12 points to each other? Mm-hmm. Take a shot for it. 2 free shots right there. For any of you non-Eurovision people, let's just say Greece and Cyprus, they love to give each other the first favorite 12 points, 12 points, the favorite vote to each other. Because you have to rank your songs top 10, and the top gets 12. Yes. Try to be as brief as I can with it, for any newbies. But boy, I am looking forward to that. The only one that's really escaping my mind is which semifinal did Australia get into? My brain kind of lapsed on that. I think Austria is in the first semifinal in the second half? Or was that last year? But, Czech Republic is in the second half of the first semifinal? I know they're not in the second semifinal. Yes, Cyprus is sending the Australian singer. Yes, I forgot his name, but yes, I know who you're talking about. Did they choose the song for him yet? Australia is in semifinal 2. Got it. Okay. Australia is in it. The 3 that are voting in semifinal 2. Ah, I know Italy's in semifinal 1 for voting. I think Ukraine is semifinal 2? Austria and Australia. Oh, that's going to be fun. We're going to love seeing that. Austria and Australia in semifinal 2. Both in the Eurovision Song Contest, so that it will be... that will be hella confusing for some new fans. Oh, we're going to have to go to a wage station. Oh no, graphic went down. Graphic sag. This is a weird way station. No next to nothing, but I've heard of it. It is very interesting. It is not for everybody, I know. But don't be scared by that. Give it a shot, and if it isn't, it's all good. Like, I know it's like... I can't say it. I'm like trying to say that I won't take offense, is what I'm saying. Yes, I don't take offense if people are like, nah, it's too silly, too goofy, too whatever. But for me, it's a mix of the history of it, but also the variety and the goofiness it can sometimes cause. There's just a lot of stuff to offer with the contest. Like, you get the whole spectrum of emotions and whatnot. Sorry about that, my mouse just... I did a quick turn and went, eh! But, yeah. Let me get back in there. Anyway. It definitely is a wild ride, and I embrace the cheese, but I also really do get moved by some good emotional songs. Australia last year had one that really hit me because of not only the song itself, but the backstory of the singer and the motivation behind the song. How he dealt... I think they go by he, him. But yeah, how he dealt with, you know, a lot of ostracizing and whatnot for, you know, being different, being queer, autistic, and all that. And the whole performance, God, gorgeous. It was a crime that it only got 2 points in the televote. Yeah. It was absolutely a shame. It did well with the jury because, you know, things are split half jury, half televote in the results. At least for the finals now, there's a whole rule about that now. But yes. Yeah. Juries were like, yeah, it's good. And then the televote people, which is us, the people who vote for your phone, were like, nah. But I was like, yeah, good. But I couldn't vote because I was in America. However, this year, for the first time, they're allowing a voting block or section or something like that where it's like people from the rest of the world can vote, and that will allow people to, you know, obviously vote from anywhere, but it all gets like conglomerated, whatever the word is, together, and that is like the equivalent of one jury or one country's votes. So it's like, the favorite of everybody else's is 12 points, and then second best is 10, 8, 7, 6, etc. But yeah. It's niche. Yeah, it is very niche. That's how I gotta say it. But I don't think it's a bad thing. I don't mean to make it sound like I'm trying to defend myself here. Weird for... sorry if I sounded like that. Yes, I am the same way too, Weird Fur. I love it when people like gush out about passionate things and things they're passionate about. Because I love doing that, and I love seeing people do that, because it just gives me the dopamine, gives me happy. Yeah, Australia and the Telva frequently don't get along. I'm kind of surprised. Not fully. Oh boy. I'm like glancing over and seeing like the different things that Tosano's playing. I should not be distracted, but yeah, I would expect that from Australia being not part of the European Broadcasting Union. People being like, no, you shouldn't be here. But at the same time, I'm like, they still give good songs. Alright. And I couldn't vote for Australia. Yeah. Obviously. At least being the rest of the world, you can vote for any other country. You can't vote for your own country if you're in the rest of the world, because they're not in the contest. Joke's on you. Aw, you're good. Well, I always just like to make sure I'm not. But yeah, thanks for letting me know, Weird Fur. Do you want me to call you Eris or Weird Fur? I don't know. Both look pretty cool to me. But I try and respect whatever people want to go off of. Man, we are really trekking along this drive really well. I'm surprised. I am very shocked. I am unconfusion. That works for me. Aw, okay, cool. Okay, cool. I called you cool. Like, okay, cool. Alright, Eris. I'll probably just say whatever it comes off the tongue best to me at the moment. Sometimes I accidentally do that. Yeah, of course. Wee. Luckily, there are no cars here to crash into. So I'm just like coasting right now. When I do this, the mouse gets a little more shocky. A little more, like that. I'm just trying to gauge how to work with the mouse in case I ever want to change expressions. Or in this case, take off the shirt. That's the only other key I have on my thing. I only have this one expression so far for me. I'm working on getting a new PNG tuber for Panda Dirk. Me. Try to get new one with multiple expressions. Maybe not too many to start with, but somewhere to begin with. And I might expand upon those in the future when I get more monies. Which, fingers crossed, this tax season. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting 9 months for me after February. I can't believe we're 1 month into 2023 already. Everybody said that about 2022. It's like, oh my gosh, 2022? It's been a month already? And now it's like 2023. It all flew by so fast. It all goes so fast. And in the words of Eurovision champion, 2-time over Johnny Logan, what's another year? Y'all were waiting for that. Especially Blazed. We watched that contest, 1980. My parents referenced the Flute Man tonight. We were talking about the Flute Man, because my dad actually submitted a song to this contest called something. Talent is Timeless is what it was called. Basically, if you're over 50, you could submit a song, an original piece, and the winners or the top people get to have it recorded. They get to come in and record it themselves at Abbey Road Studios. I think that's what it's called, Abbey Road, something like that. Yeah, throwback to last weekend, am I right? Yeah, we watched on Saturday my time, Sunday yours. But yeah. So we were talking about that and how my dad had submitted something for that. I never heard the song, so I'd have to ask him about it, but yeah, he was talking about that. He's like, yeah, I could be the next flute man. I was like, yeah, flute man. Because I'd shown the contest to him and my mom and, yeah, my brother. Yeah, I showed it to the whole family. That was my YouTube video. Part of it was me showing it to my family and being like, look at how fun this is and silly. Everybody loved the flute man. I don't even remember what you're oh-mying for. Could it be this? Fails to rip shirt off the first time. I am trying to get shirt and shirtless variations with whatever, yeah. I'm trying to get shirt and shirtless variations when I do commission the new PNG tuber. Aw, sniffy sniff, sniff snoff. We love the sniff snoffs. Oh, shoot. Tasano ended. Tasano now rated somebody else. I'm gonna still shout the person out. Aw, thank you for the pets. Aw, thank you. Thanks. I gotta get over in the right lane. Yeah, or at least say who they are, because I'm a bit busy right now. It'd be hard to really actually shout them out, and same with Tasano at the moment. But yes, follow Tasano. Tasano is cool. They got chill vibes like this, and also a fun, silly guy. Just a fun leggy. They're a maned wolf, so they got leggy. They got leg, all the leg. But the person that they rated is Vanadium Valor. Yeah. Vanadium? Yeah. So it's like Vana and then Dium? Yeah. Vanadium Valor. I'm trying to like figure out how to say it because it's hard to say that and know how it's spelled. But yes, they are doing muck? Huh, never heard of muck. It looks kind of like Minecraft, but different. But yeah, they look like they're having fun, and they're also queer. Oh, they have like a pride bandana on their neck. Ah, it's so cute. Maybe we'll raid them too. Maybe we'll give them 2 raids in one day. Big Rig Panda. I am the Big Rig Panda. That would be a better title for this. I should probably change it to that. Big Rig Panda. Thanks, Rack. And hello, Rack. Great to see you. We're always happy to see good old Racky boy in here. Rack does a lot of... Man, we're getting a lot of fun chill streamers today. Rack Hudson does a lot of chill, like a mix of Roller Coaster Tycoon and older movie watches. The other day they watched, I forgot what it was. It was supposedly kind of like a propaganda piece for Russia, but it was something in like mid-20s, 1925. I forgot the name of the movie. But yes, they do a lot of old movies. The other day we watched some old cartoons and saw how they aged poorly. Or some, not so poorly. Yeah. But if you want a fun time and to relax there, you got Rack. Rack is amazing. They know how to give you a good time. Yes, it was the battleship. Yes, the battleship Potmkin. Potmkin. Is it Potemkin? No, I think it's Potmkin. Either way, I don't speak Russian. And I don't speak truck, because this truck is going off the rails. Activate the icon? Why do I have to... I've never done this before. Weird. Am I gonna fail? Cool, we passed. Yeah, of course, Rack. If anybody is a mod in here, could you shout out Rack and Kabu? I don't know if anybody's here. Mods for me are kind of like, I'm like, if you want to come here, you can. If it doesn't work out for you, then whatever. I might need to ask more committed mods or give more commitment dates for mods. But then again, my streams are not very planned in advance. But yes, SO Rack Hudson! Exclamation SO Rack Hudson right now! I could do that right now, actually. I don't even have mods. Yeah, I feel that was me for a while. Now I have like 2.5 mods. But yeah, they're kind of international at the time, so unfortunately it doesn't work out all the time. Or nah, I could say 2.5 and a half, so 3 technically. Yeah, sorry, it only works for mods. Because I don't want people to accidentally, you know, shout out people that I wouldn't want to be shouted out. Oh shoot. Rack, did I get the name right? Don't know why you weren't playing anything. You watched a movie, I swear! I'm not going crazy. The Battleship Pumpkin. Yeah, and you're not a mod either, Slow Panda. Yeah. I should open up applications again. Or are they open? I don't remember if I closed them, but I'll probably just keep them open for however long and then have to constantly remind people, do you want to be a mod? Sign up here. I'm my mod. Yeah. Yeah, okay, good. Yeah, sometimes VODs can be weird if you don't title the game or whatever. Oh. I was gonna finish the delivery. That's what I was doing. Let's park up there. Where in the world? Whoa, what happened? Oh my god, who did that? I can't see. I can't see. Ah! I need to check my throne, but unfortunately my Twitch activity feed doesn't tell me throne gifts, so I have to go manually to the website and run. Ah! Throne.me. Orange juice. Vanadium got orange juice. It's funny, I'm just like looking at other streams off in the corner and I'm like, hee hee, juice. Oh my god. This fan has left no message at this time. Do you know what sucks about Throne? The one downside to Throne? The thing that I got was 29 bucks. Damn Reese's cup. Oh my god, that just sounds like something that would be like collusion or whatever. But yes, the mouse pad was Blazin. Blazin, you got it for me. That's who it was. I looked and it said the fan had no message, and I didn't look at who gave it to me. Blazin, you're too kind. Oh, I gave you a hug through the screen. And I need to cook you something, because you cook good food. And you threaten to cook food for people, which we always appreciate. No, your credit card slipped. Oh my god. It's like that MTV. Was it MTV? There was like some sort of like ad or video or maybe a comic or something where it was like, pregnancy doesn't happen by accident. And the comic they made for it that was the conclusion of it was like a person on roller skates like slips and slides into the bathroom or something like that and then bonks into the person to have the sex. It's like that. I'm just thinking of that. Like, you just slipped and the credit card just goes into, like, the transaction machine. Whoops. Yes, you are now a throne gifter. I do appreciate it. But yes, I will thank you live on stream. This doesn't happen every day. I was about to burp, which is why I left the mic. There we go. Your own unique thank you note. I don't know why it's. Okay, there we go. Go back to my throne, home. And I'll hide that for now. The bummer is that I already sent out a payout for the Switch Sports situation, which should come in the next day or two. Not the package itself, but the money to get the package. So, expect a Switch Sports stream sometime in the next month. Hydrate. Oh, this is going to be fun. Be right back. Good evening. I have returned. With the camera better go on, or else. I don't think it's activated. Camera machine broke. I don't know why it deactivated. Still, camera machine broke. It is very broke right now. I need to show the world what I'm doing. That was quick. Yes, the bathroom isn't too far. I don't know what's going on. Oh, I didn't turn on activate. Where am I? I'm here. Sink water. It's sink water time. This is so weird, but I love it. Yes, time for some self-care. Very important. Luckily, my sink water in my area is nice and decent, so I only advise sink water for areas with good tap water. We love you, Slow Panda. We know this is against your motivations and against your beliefs, but sometimes you just gotta respect other people's beliefs. Alright, I'm gonna go back to putting the cup away and then I'll be right back again. Bye! That was supposed to turn it off. Okay. Oh, it is off now. Okay, good. Be right back. Okay, don't drink the sink water, Rack. Don't be one of me. Don't do what I do. Blah. I'm back. Delicious sink water. Could also be vodka. God, I wouldn't be that quick if I was getting vodka. And I wouldn't be able to drink that straight. I'd drink it gay. Alright, let's get back. I said, let's get... Okay. Yeah, things are lagging a bit. This computer getting old. I got a geriatric on my hands. Oh no, not for plastic production plant. I could see why y'all have been tainted by sink water. Definitely don't. And when I was at my last studio, I used a Brita or some type of like Brita filter for my sink water. So I'd pour it into like one of those pitchers. I couldn't think of the name of what pitcher was in my last stream, but now I remember. But yes, I take a picture and it had like a Brita filter in it, poured the water into there, and that filtered it out. Because that water was not that good. It's not the cleanest. But yes, we are back. Glad to be back, folks. And once again, thank you, Blazed, for the Outcast sleeping computer mouse pad. My brain is blanking out what it's called, but it is like. Am I gonna have to look up the name for it? Jeez, my brain is absolutely fried when it finishes work. It is super smart when it works, but after work, it become big mush. Mouse pad. So it is a pad. Okay. So it is. Oh, okay. It was only 20, not 29. Okay, I misread that. Or it was 19 and some change, but yeah. I don't know why. Sometimes you just need to think harder. I'll just put like another thing out there for like $10. uh yeah. Let's vibe. Back to it. Ah, shit. I need to get rid of this screen. Go away, throne. Yeah. There we go. The ironic thing is that our local super clean and naturally filtered. Just lead pipes because of that. Yeah, I mean, my neighborhood's not great with our pipes, unfortunately. The water isn't bad, luckily, but unfortunately, our plumbing is garbage. Like, we had metal pipes, and we just fixed ours at our house. So the past 2 weeks have been me unable to do laundry, me unable to use my shower normally, use the sink to do sink water regularly, which was tragic, and just a lot of water things we had to delay because our system was being fixed. Yeah, our neighborhood was like built in the 60s, so everything's like old and outdated and being fixed now because it's all breaking. You said it was an outcast mouse pad, and that's where my. Wait a minute. What did you say before that? Is one of those not safe for work pods? Oh my god, I wish. Nah, it's just the loading up screen. I wish they had that for like Bowser or something like that with the mouse pad, where it's like the booby mouse pad. Oh, that would be fun. But no, alas, it's not. I just need it so I'm not rubbing on my table because that gets pretty dirty and dusty. And having the smoother tracking surface will also not make it so slippery. I think doing it on my wood table is kind of making it slippery, unfortunately. Plus, I haven't used a mouse in like ages before this, so yeah, getting used to using a mouse again. That's why you said that. That's why your brain went, of course. Before work brain, after work brain. Who is that? Is that Slush? Oh, it's Slush. I think somebody gifted me a emote the other week because I still have the remotes. God, Slush has some good emotes. The Gasm emote is good, and that emote exactly describes my reaction to that mechanical character of Wolf origin in Hi-Fi Rush. Oh man. I'm getting ready for people to stream that part and just gasm emote in the stream. I'm going to be that person. Oh no, it's. Oh my god, your house is approaching 100 years. Mine's only counts 60, 70, 70, 80, 90, 1, 2. About 60 and some change. Yeah, mine's only about like 60-ish years old. Man, I can't imagine. Okay, I live on a mountain significantly below the town's water tank. Your pressure's insane. Oh, lucky you. My water pressure also had a mess up when we were fixing the pipes. I was getting no pressure. Our shower was getting no pressure. And they had to fix that. And that works fine, but I've always had the opposite problem. Not enough pressure. And that sucks when you're like shaving and having to clean out the razor. Sorry, I'm trying to move. My brain lapsed. Alright, but yeah, it's so important to have the pressure. But that's cool. Having good water pressure is important. I bet especially for cooking and cleaning out stuff, especially if things get caked up. God, I had the other day, I had some oatmeal and that stuff gets caked on so easily. I had this like cinnamon apple, like Quaker Oats oatmeal. Absolutely got stuck on there after I ate it. And I had to let it sit for a while before throwing it in the wash. I swear we went to Butte. Didn't we not? What the hell? What the hell happened? Did Butte not register? We have to go into the butt again. The Butte. The Butte. We're going into the Butte again. Maybe we'll do a shorter one just to get it knocked off our list to be like, oh, that might be why. Some of them don't go exactly through. We might have to do one that goes like through Butte because some of these just do not intersect. Maybe Laurel? Yanni? Ah, come on. Laurel. Let's try and go. No, no, no. Yes. Yes. Wait, did I not finish this one? Oh, we're still doing it. Gosh darn it, brain. What is going on today? Caked up, you say? Y'all are weird. I'm still driving to the goddamn parking lot. Why am I like this? Stop. Maybe this will check it off now. If not, we'll just drive through it with that other delivery again. And we got an excellent delivery ranking. How about that? We got wheels of skill. Yeah. Love your panda character. Oh, Rack, you're too kind. I love the new look. Well, I've kind of had this look a little bit for a while. I've added some touch-ups, but I've been needing to draw a good PNG tuber and reference for Dirk. So I kind of use this image as a 2-for-1 as part of my ref sheet and as a PNG tuber. So that's what this is. This is kind of a temporary stand-in for my PNG tuber. I'm trying to get somebody to do a better one. I already did commission somebody. It's just that, they're going to have to start it eventually. Yeah. So getting through the whole payment process and all. But yeah, should be eventually done soon, maybe? Question mark? I don't have an exact date. All right, let's check the job market. And now we could save now that we actually completed that one. Yeah, I did this one myself. Normally, I'm not that confident in my art, and normally I get too hung up on it to draw, so I end up not drawing, but this one I just got into a zone with, and it just worked. Yes, Butte got checked off. Perfect. We can go anywhere now. Maybe we should go to Helena, because it's not bright. Oh, it goes through Butte, ironically. Colville. Let's do a shorter one, just for gits and shiggles. Yeah, that's so kind of you, Rack. honestly, I'm really happy with how it turned out. There are a couple of like little errors and things I could touch up. I'm like, I'll just leave that be, and when the next thing comes in, that'll make it better. One thing I do want to add to the new PNG tuber that I requested for the person I commissioned was some belly hair. I want this big gut here to have some belly hair. Just like me IRL. Having that belly and all, start to have a little bit of a belly. But I'm kind of embracing it. It's not like really that much of a fatty belly or like, like that. I think it's more of like a muscle gut. At least that's what I'm feeling I have. I think. But yeah, I'm comfortable with myself. I've gotten more and more comfortable with embracing myself over the past few years, because that was a big insecurity of me through puberty and all. And for many, many years, especially playing in sports and being like the shorter kid, the kid that would be like too small to play the main positions and just get kind of passed on to the side for bigger and better players. But you learn to just be you, and you can still have your ideal selves like this, but at the end of the day, you get what you have, but you gotta make it work with what you have. And if you love yourself, that's the best thing to have, to love yourself, because no one can make you love yourself unless you choose to do so. I don't know how else to explain it. Yes, Blazed, yes, bellies are fun. I used to be just a, ooh, I just love abs type of person, but I've gotten more and more into being a belly person over the past couple years. Especially as I've started to understand myself more. I like big. I just like big in general. And of course, I think all, like, especially smaller bodies too, have their own beauty to them. I think that's part of me being pansexual, is just being like, everything's beautiful. But at the same time, it's like, if I'm like gravitating towards my main, like, this is the big ooga booga for me, I don't know how to say it other than these are my tastes, is, yeah, just big in general. Just seeing mass, just some mass gets me, oof. Make me go oonga boonga. Gonna be hubba hubba awooga awooga. Drags butt on floor. Yes. Yes. But yeah. Honestly, there are a lot of perks to everything. I think having a slim and slender body is really alluring. Like, there's just a beauty in that, and the sleekness of being, agile with your body and, having that. But there's also appeal to having, bigger proportions too, and just having that sense of either a mix of softness or a mix of strength. Like I said, pansexual, just everything be like, to me. I'll have things that I get more into, or, my mixes of this is more to me that I like than whatnot, but it's hard for me to be like, yes, I love something and feel bad for, not saying something about the other thing. Oh, you got the outcast belly and pecs. Love them. You got the Cuda pecs, the Cuda belly. I keep saying outcast instead of Cuda. I know their character's Cuda, but gosh, my brain just keeps thinking of their channel name. But people still call them outcast, but Cuda. Gotta just keep practicing. Can't wait for the marble stream tonight. Rack, you're doing the marble stream. I gotta get in there ASAP when you do it. You better let me get the garbage this time. Victor, if you take the garbage, I swear to... That's all good. That was really funny. I came in at the 7-minute mark of the stream, and it was like, who took the garbage? Victor Wolf took the garbage. I was just dying. Oh, man. I have 5,000 channel points, and if I don't get the garbage this time, I am going to play the Nobles commercial. I'm going to play the Knobles commercial. Ooh, Tuesdays are marbles nights. Ah, you do this every Tuesday? Me, but Kabu and Kamel. Wait a minute. I forgot. Kabu's character is Kamel, right? Like, the actual Tiger Soda is Kamel. Oh my god, Dirk, no! I will. This is a threat. Passionately, kindly. Kindly. Who threatens you? Oh man, it's all good though, Victor and Rack. I just love having a good time with it. I only have 2 garbages, and I need more. I need more garbage. Yes, that's the name. Because I've heard Kabu say it, and I'm like, what was it again? Kabu's character is Kamel. Or is it? Yeah, I think it's Kamel. Otherwise, it's Camel, and that's not how you pronounce it, probably. Yeah, the garbage gets grabbed in 5 to 10 minutes. You people are nuts. I think I got it one time. It was like an hour or 2 hours into the stream. I was thinking, oh, this is easy. Nobody has the points to get the garbage. Somehow you freaking people get it so fast. Dirk be like, give me the garbage. I need the garbage. Gimme the garbage. I know my Sona is not a raccoon, but I did have a mix of like Tanuki in my red panda form, kind of. That was the original plan, but now I'm trying to just make it more purebred. Maybe. I don't know. I know it's just kind of confusing because I used to do where it was like my Sona's a red panda, but the skeletal facial structure is more like a raccoon or a Tanuki, and I'm just kind of being like, screw it. I'm embracing the red panda face and all. Be cute. Be scrunkly. And then giant panda bear is giant panda bear. Still have the idea in my head that it's like being a shapeshifter panda. It's like I'm technically Tanuki in that sense. That's what I'm imagining. But, you know, just for simplicity's sake, I think I'm just a panda that shapeshifts. I am the king of garbage. I am unstoppable. Of course you are. I see you on the rankings. You are number 1 at 19 garbages. If you get this 20th garbage, I swear. Unbelievable. Victor really out here talking trash. Oh gosh. You got me. Yuck. What am I doing? Why my brain be like this today? My character is canonically off model. Off model? What do you mean? Like, you're not a raccoon? What? You're not actually a raccoon, Hudson? Am I being lied to this whole time? Please don't tell me this. I don't want the truth to come upon me. I am all flavor of panda. You are right, Weird Fur. I am absolutely a blend of everything. I'm a funny panda. I'm just... I chose panda as my Sona. Like, originally red panda only, but... I chose panda as my Sona because of just how quirky and goofy and silly and socially awkward they are. And I really feel that, like, the dorkiness of them. I'm like, that's me. That's me. That my Sona. Originally, I've said this probably like 5 or 6 times in many different instances. But if you haven't, my original Sona, the first ever Sona I had, was a gray wolf. I was just Dirk the Gray Wolf. My email is still that. I can't change it, unfortunately, especially now that my channel is, you know, big and you can't detach the channel from your email. At least I don't... I thought I've heard people... whatever. But yeah, since I can't detach the channel from my email, it's gonna stick as Dirk the Gray Wolf at Gmail. Let me in! Let me in! Ah! Get in there. Did I really? Oh. Well, this might affect my way station inspection. Yeah, but I originally went with Grey Wolf because I was like, yeah, werewolves. You could tell that I'm a big werewolf lover, especially if that's how I got into the fandom. Definitely helped with, you know, understanding body identity and just, you know, learning that, you know, learning about the ideas of different body stuff and whatnot, but at the end of the day, still having yourself at origin. It's hard to explain that. Pandas have such friendly vibes. Aww. Hopefully I give those friendly vibes. No, I'm a raccoon, but every time he's drawn something is off model. Oh no! You mean your bushy brown hair, like, raccoon PNG is not what you would normally look like? I love it though, but if it's not your model, I feel bad. It still looks good though. Like, that artist has such cute style. The more you know. Yeah, but I was a gray wolf for like about a year and a half. I'd say like junior year of high school is when I started really gaining a persona. And yeah, that year and a half, I was like end of high school, I was just like, yeah, I'm a gray wolf. And then March of 2017, I just drew an OC in my sketching notebook for art class, and Dirk the Red Panda was born. I was like, I wonder if Dirk was a red panda. I think originally Dirk the Red Panda was just an OC, not even a Sona. I think it only took me a couple months to be like, yeah, it's my Sona, but sometime in early 2017, I drew Dirk originally as an OC to be like, yeah, Panda's cool. Panda might be a fun one to try out. I also tried out a lion, I think, for a bit, and maybe a German Shepherd too. That was the other thing. 2017 to even a little 2018 I experimented, but sometime around 2017 I confirmed to myself, hey, Dirk is now a red panda officially. I think that was one of my posts on my early fur affinity was, Dirk is now a red panda. And I have that old sketch. Gosh, you could see that on my old fur affinity. I haven't linked to my new fur affinity, the one I currently use. But boy, flashbacks. Sorry, I'm like bouncing back and forth between my story and like the chat, because chat has fun. Chat is having a fun thing. Rack has been gaslighting you the whole time. Ah! Yes, Play said, I've been gaslit. Just kidding. When I was living in DC, a red panda escaped from the national... What? Oh no. I hope the red panda was okay. Give that red panda a bunch of hugs. Man, that would be terrifying. No, Dirk the werewolf traitor. Ah! Oh man, I don't know. I don't want to know what that implies. You have that shirt? Oh Lord, I need to see what that shirt looks like. I actually haven't seen that shirt. Wolves blank heck. I don't know if it got censored or not. No, it's not censored. Yes, wolves. Yeah, that's a mood though. Werewolves do be heckin' cute. Wolves/werewolves do be heckin' cuties. Yeah, God. Definitely each Sona has their own taste and flair for being awesome and hot or whatever. And just great. But yeah, it's like werewolves definitely have. And wolves too. And I kind of interchange them a lot. But yes, wolves definitely have that sense. I just, yeah. I feel like I'd start thinking of like a romance YA or YA romance if I had kept on describing them right now. That's interesting you would key in on the hair, because that's the only thing I'm specific about being drawn on the model. Oh, I don't know what else that in the model. I just see the hair and I'm like, cute hair. I'm just like, it's just cute little fluff ball. Like, I just want to pet your head. If you have a pet redeems, I was about to say slow panda. If you have a pet redeem rack, I would pet you so many times, because that your head is so cute. You deserve the pets. Ah man, y'all are really interactive with me today. I normally try and read every comment. Well, don't know if I can do that if things get too big, but when it's like smaller like this, I'm like, I want to see every comment. I gotta see. I support the pandaization of Dirk. Yeah, thanks. Someone tell me how gambling streams are banned, but I keep getting ads for the Pennsylvania lottery. You get lottery ads on yours? I keep getting Anthem Blue Cross ads. And the guy sounds like Chills, like the guy who's the number 15 Burger King foot lettuce. That guy. The guy literally sounds like that with a bad mic. He's like, Anthem Blue Cross. Sign up for Anthem Blue Cross today. And it's like every time I'm like, number 15, Anthem Blue Cross. No one wants to see an Anthem Blue Cross in their health care. Yes, something, something, 14 werewolves, something, something, something. Yeah, I need to see that werewolf trainer shirt. Yes, wolves, though. This is a wolf simping stream. This is a wolves appreciation stream today. Yes, otters are limitless energy. Wolves, we are brooding and mysterious. Rex, we eat garbage. I love raccoons. So nice. They're so fun. Like, it's like them and possums just give such gremlin energy. But raccoons are the cute woo version of that. And possums are just like, yeah, we're just flat out, we're unabashedly gremlins. Possums, opossums, either way. First one that comes off to my mind is Ibn. It's like, that's the difference. We have two forms of garbage. We have rack huts and garbage, and then Ibn garbage. The two garbages, the duality of garbage. Possums are anarchists. Yep. If you are a possum, 100 if you are a possum, 110% chance you are an anarchist. Or a communist. I didn't know who you meant, and then you did the voice. Yep, the Chills voice. Not Chill Pains. Chills. There's like a YouTuber that does like those top 15 lists. I don't know if he still does them now, but yeah, he was the guy that, yeah, did the foot lettuce thing, and that took off, and he still kept doing a bunch of them, and then eventually went to rap or something. Dude's interesting. Turn, turn, turn. I can't believe I have not crashed once this entire rant. I did crash earlier, but that was because that car was not in my sight. But, yeah. This has been pretty good so far. Luckily, the freeway isn't too terrible because everything's one direction. No stoplights, no turns. Not really. Yeah, I wonder who else is streaming, though, tonight, because I want to give my love to everybody tonight. My love of raiding. Why do I have to say it like that? God. my mind's just... I'm in fun, silly goofball mode tonight. But not like high energy version. I'm just like silly, chilling in my warm corner of the house. Like, I just want to be silly. And looking at my PNG tuber on screen with it, it really is giving me those vibes. I need to draw Panda Dirk more, but why must my brain go in 50 billion different directions? I actually started writing update 7 earlier for Ocean Avenue, and I got 3 lines in, and then I had to go back to work. So that was great. But I did get the energy of what I was going for and had taken a bunch of like little brief notes beforehand to like give myself some guidance for what I want to do for direction. I have an idea, and this first scene's gonna be woof. It's gonna be quite a surprise on y'all. Can't wait to show you when the update comes out, of course. Yeah, and that's gonna probably take a few months because getting things adjusted, acclimated, writing, and life all happening at once. I'm moving out in early March, so I'll finally have my own place again. But I'll have to pay for it all by myself. But that's fine. It'll just be like figuring out how to get enough work done, make sure I understand my bills, understand grocery shopping and all the adulting. Did fine last time, but you know, different location. You gotta get used to the different no's and whereabouts. Whereabouts, actually. Whereabouts. What a tongue twister. Oh my gosh, I missed comments. Gotta catch up. Speaking of OC, my OC. Sorry, I just want to conclude with Rock Hudson's thing. I'll definitely have to hear what your soda is meant to look like. But sorry, Victor Wolf. Back to Victor. Speaking of OC, my OC is based on myself with wolf ears and a tail and have superpowers, and the outfit creativity is inspiration of American Chavez outfit from... Sorry, right out of breath. American Chavez outfit from Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. Oh, that's what that was. I think you've drawn it before. I think that's your profile pic, right? Looks pretty cool. Looks pretty bitchin'. Yeah, you workout style. But Victor, I think you do stream too, right? I'll give you a shout out too. I see you from time to time. I'm like, each time I forget to give you a shout out because Victor, I think you at least do Sims. I was about to say SimCity, that's the original, but you do Sims streams, right? Like you play The Sims? Don't know what else you play, but those are the only ones I've seen so far. Oh, you recreated it in real life. You were wearing it today. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's awesome when you can wear what you have as your Sona in real life. The track shorts that I have on Dirk in both forms actually are inspired by some real track shorts I have. I got them my senior year of high school when I joined the track team for 1 year, and I've kept them ever since. They feel really freeing. But the tank, I need to get a green tank. I have black tank tops and pretty much only black tank tops that are dark blue, because when I played volleyball in high school and college, early college, all the tank tops we would get would only be black for like whatever our school colors were in dark blue, and I was like, shoot, I want a light colored tank. Never got the chance for that. If I could get a custom color, I would definitely get this color, like teal. That or even a light blue or like, maybe more saturated light blue. But yeah, that's really cool though, Victor. I am completely going off the rails here, the road. But yeah, the tank here is something I would love to have. The shorts are something I already have. Same, for the red panda form actually, the coral colored shirt, I have the shirt color IRL, that t-shirt. But I don't have that design. That design was custom, the one where it's like the 3 stripes or whatever. That would be a cool design to make. I just need to find a place that sells coral t-shirts, because that's a struggle. I haven't been able to find coral color. I need to get back into customizing t-shirts again, but my stuff is at my dad's office, and I've been so busy with work that driving there to the office just to do that while working is too much of a hassle. Streaming as is already, you know, a lot of setup and whatnot. And when I have my own studio, I want to move that shirt customizing, pressing stuff to the apartment so I can have it all there, and when I have the creative inspiration, I can do it there. Yeah, adulting is legit hard. Like, I look forward to having my own space and ability to schedule things whenever I want, but it will be hard to... Yeah, it will be hard to do the adulting. How goes the trucking? Mick Jick, what's up? Mick Jick. Yeah, going well. I am going to quickly pause and shout out Victor Wolf, because that is on my mind right now, and I don't want to forget. And Victor Wolf is mentioning something in the comments right now, so might as well do it. Victor Wolf _. Don't forget the Victor. Bam. Okay. Pausing for a second to catch up with comments. The trucking's going well. We ranted / simped over Hi-Fi Rush, and then we talked about Eurovision. Then we simped over werewolves and wolves, and then I talked about how my Sona came to be. And now we are talking about, yeah, just Sona clothes, actually. Our Persona's clothes. And yeah, Victor was playing The Sims 4. Yeah, Sims 4 looks fun. I played it a couple of times. My brother's ex had it, so I played on her Xbox. It was fun. What did Victor say after that? Brain. But I'm trying to get the best into game stream. Yeah, definitely the anxiety can get you. It just overwhelms me. That was the thing that when I first did it, it was like, oh my gosh. I don't think looking back on it, it really showed in my voice, but I just remember the first time I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to stream live. I'm going to stream live. I'm going to actually have to do this, do the words, blah, blah, blah. I had a similar feeling when I revealed my face for the first time. It was a big thing. Oh my gosh. Chat, face reveal. Just saw it like 10 minutes ago, but face reveal. All right. But yeah, it was, yeah, very intimidating to be like, why are they going to think of me? am I? How do I look? What do people think about how I look? And you eventually just get to a point where it's like, I just need to just do it and all that. It's like the overwhelming is the biggest inhibitor of things. Like even catch into that myself sometimes with my visual novel stuff. But yeah, it's just the repetition helps you get used to the feeling of it because it's the feeling of it is what harms you or kind of gets you that anxiety. And yeah, it's just kind of shaking off the butterflies. I can't really help with getting those butterflies shaken off of you. Can't strangle them off of you or shake them off of you. Why did I say strangle? But but yeah, it's definitely a thing you kind of have to shake yourself off, get those little butterflies off yourself, metaphorically in that sense. If you shake yourself in real life, I don't know if they'll come out or not. Yeah, mostly quiet in IRL. Yeah, I catch myself being like that too. It's definitely a streamer's curse. Some people don't have it, but at least I do. I have a hard time with what to talk about. Yeah, Victor, I do have a hard time with that myself, actually. Keep bouncing back to me for some reason. How selfish. But I get that. It can be quite tricky. You kind of just have to let the dead air come in sometimes, is my advice. Because if you just talk to talk, it's like breathing. If you just keep talking and 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 not taking a breath to stop, you're not going to have the time to breathe in and formulate. And having those pauses, even if they're long, will give you some time to process. Or if you don't have anything, give something to seep into your head. Because it can be something small. It can just be what's happening with your day. It could be like I started out with how my day was going with work. Yeah, it could be even like, the weather is bad here, or just something silly that happened today, something you saw, a video game you may have seen, anything. It's just one of those things where it's just like, what do I talk about? I don't know anything. That's just how it do be. You just gotta let it do be. Yeah, I'm less nervous performing. Yeah, same, Rack, honestly. But what else did I miss? Uh, I'm thinking of introducing screen print merch. I would love to do screen print. I do what's called white toner printing. So I use a white toner printer, so it's like CMY, but instead of K, it's CMY white. So they call it CMYW. And so what it does is prints the C, the M, the Y, and it prints a white layer on top of it. It still mixes in the white with whatever color you got, but instead of basing it off of like a black hue and going lighter from there, it has to do the opposite and use like white and then color that blank white. And basically use that to get the colors, but there's a white on the top to make sure those colors pop out on whatever surface you have. And then you put a adhesive sort of layer on the back of it, get that married on, and then you smack that onto the shirt or whatever you're pressing it onto, and making sure that gets pressed on properly, right settings, blah, blah, blah. But when you do that, that's your second step. You remove it, seal it in with the final press, and it's kind of a different feel. You also would kind of want to get like a special sealant paper to on the last press to make sure it seeps in better. That's why I just learned. But yeah, it is something where on a regular placing of it without any special gimmicky things, it may feel a bit blocky in a sense. Like it may feel a little more like, I'm trying to think of how to express it. I'm going to get one of my shirts to compare the old versus the new. Where the heck did I put it? Sorry, Chad. I have to look through a couple of things because I'm trying to find an older shirt. I have a newer one to explain it, but yeah, because the older ones, like, they feel, yeah, a little, like, not as flexible per se, but they still, like, fit onto the shirt well. They just kind of don't feel as, like, screen printy where they're, like, as fluid per se. Some of, like, the more plasticky screen prints may feel a little bulkier like that, but they can still stretch. But if you don't do the special paper on this toner type of printing, it gets, like, not as stretchy and can show its apparent, like, weaknesses a little more obviously. But I made a Camp Marsh shirt and showed it off to Marshmallow Bears, and yeah, that's the newer shirt I have. I could show you that. I'm gonna do one of those, like, shirt pressing video reviews on here, and I should get a camera for, like, or I do have a camera, but I should get, like, a second, like, perspective. But yeah, it's like, this is the shirt. If you see shirt pressing videos, you probably see people do this like 5 bajillion times. This is how it feels, because you'll, on an older shirt or a shirt where you don't have the special, like, steps and making sure that's pressed in with sealants or whatever. For me, in this case, it was only one special sealant, which works perfectly. If you don't have that, you'll hear it, like, crinkle and be like, but with this, it almost feels like a screen print, like, softness. It feels a lot thinner and imbued or embedded into the actual shirt itself. You feel this and you're like, you may hear a little bit of this, but it's, like, a lot less, and it's like, you put it on and you feel it, and it's just like, it's part of the shirt. God, I'm becoming, like, one of those shirt press reviewers. If you go onto YouTube and look up, like, shirt pressing, heat pressing, you're gonna see, like, 5 bajillion versions of that. And that's how I got started. And it was fun. I originally started out with, I'm gonna show you some of my older shirts, the Paradise VC shirts, where I did it on my original material, sublimated vinyl. It's like heat transfer sublimation vinyl, something like that, where basically you take, like, that sublimation where it's like ink pressed into a shirt or a material or some sort of synthetic material, but instead of the material pressing it straight into, you can't do that with darker shirts or any other shirt normally. You press it into, like, a white vinyl that sinks it in like a sponge and takes it in, and that's, like, your base for it. And then you put that vinyl onto a shirt. The only problem with that is, let me show you. I'm getting it. Oh, I knocked down another shirt. Gotta have to pick that up later. I'm going to get another Me IRL camera going. I'm going to call it Me IRL Full, just to show this off, because this is kind of an awkward situation. Where the heck are you? I burped. Me IRL Full. And this is going to kind of mess things up for a second. I'm going to turn this off and turn this on again. I think I have to deactivate and, like, reactivate stuff. OBS is fun. Don't you love it? So I have to deactivate this first, and then I go to this other one, turn it back on. I could deactivate, then reactivate. There we go. I'm gonna have to figure that out. It's just when you have two of the same source showing at once, then it gets kind of funky. This is gonna be my full view Dirk reviews while being awkward and silly and a goofball. Look at me. Look at me. Who is this weirdo that's talking on camera? Can't be me, possibly, could it? Maybe. Okay. Yoink you down there somewhere. I don't know where I put you. I should be more careful. Come on. Get down there. Yeah. What just happened? I don't know why I did that, but does it move the whole thing? Hopefully it doesn't. It's not moving everything. Hopefully not. Also, I want to test out. Get that down here. So like I was saying with the Marshmallow Bear shirt, it feels a lot, more embedded, more imbued, blah, blah, blah. This one, if you feel the back maybe, you get more of that papery sound. And that's not something you typically want in a shirt. Luckily, this papery sound is still a thin material, so like you wear it on a shirt, it doesn't feel like blah, like blocky on a shirt. It feels stretchy at least. And one of the problems when you heat like what am I saying? One of the problems when you do sublimation onto a vinyl and then put that vinyl onto the shirt is that you have different heat settings and different printer settings, and you have to like finesse that correctly and make sure the paper accepts it properly. Because with this one, I think I apparently did it too hot and too saturated. Because if you look really close, I'm holding up to the mic for some reason, you can see these little fringes here, these little scorchy kind of, it blatches out and just goes bleh, goes out. You can kind of see it. This is one of the first shirts I did. On the back, I kind of dicked around and tested it out with some other vinyl that wasn't meant to be sublimated. And it didn't work out well, but it was a test. This is shirt ASMR, jeez. But yes. Quick test to see if the cameras work when I switch them. What if I activate both at the same time? It is having a moment. It is doing a think. Oh, maybe I have to do a setting where it's like deactivate when not showing. I wonder if there's a setting to make it activate when it does show, because that would be really nice. Deactivate when not showing. Ah, what happened? And maybe I just have to do this. I'll have to play around with that. Yeah. This is going to be quite a commitment and a half to work on. Anyway, last temporary turning this off and back on before I get back to the stream. Like I said, I'll have to figure that out. But yeah, this one unfortunately is like, a little more scorched. Still has saturated colors, but it, not as good looking and not as professional looking. So, yeah, it's nice to start out with. It's a cheaper alternative, and there is sublimation paper like this that you can actually put in. God, I sound like an advertiser. Sound like, what am I saying? There is a paper like sublimation paper that you can like buy off the internet and actually put into your typical inkjet printer. And normally you need this special sublimation ink, which that's why I got for this, and boy, all that cost money. But yeah, there's newer ones now that I can look up and test out myself someday that you can actually put into a normal inkjet printer with normal inkjet paper that you see with like an Epson or Brother or whatever it is, and you print that out onto that special paper, and that works for this. It sinks in, it won't get messed up in the wash. It goes onto the shirt, you cut it out like this, and you smack it onto a shirt. That's a good cheaper way to start out, because that paper is only like, I don't know how much, like $30 for like a 20 pack. I really can't give you the exact number, unfortunately. 10 pack. I know that stuff, it's like usually between like 30 to 100 for like all that paper, depending on where you start. And assuming you have all the essentials of like an iron or a heat press or whatever heating method you're going to slam it and stick it and imbue it on with, press it on with is the better term. But like getting all that out of the way and all the cutting out of the way, just the raw perishable materials, that stuff, to only have that between 30 and 100 compared to this toner stuff that I showed with marshmallow bears and all that, that stuff's way more expensive. And I learned the hard way with getting this and experimenting, being like, I want to get a step up. And yeah, shirt pressing and screen printing and all that, definitely an investment if you want to go higher. If you want to start out, definitely look up some of those cheaper starting methods. Maybe paper, like vinyl, that can go into a regular printer. There is that on the site. I have to, yeah. You have to like look that up. Yeah, that'll be a whole video to talk about. That could be its own stream series. But yeah, you can start out with that. You could start out with actually doing the old school like screen printing where you only do like 1 or 2 colors with the full screen ink and like that. I need to try that out myself, but it's really dirty, so make sure you have a space to clean it up or a bathtub to wash it all off. And yeah, you want to make sure wherever it is that it's clean. I don't know if it stains. That's the only thing where I'm like, if I do this in my own house, I want to make sure that it doesn't stain anything. So, oh, McJick, sorry I missed it. Good night, McJick. Yeah, I hope you have a good night. Didn't know you're, going off now. Yeah, sometimes that just happens. Sleep well. Yeah. I stole your garbage. No! Rack! Why didn't you tell me? Damn it. I hate it. I hate it here. I'm still going to stream City Skylines someday. I just don't know when, Victor. It really depends if I have like an off week where I have more availability. Because that is something I want to keep doing, but it's not much of a series anymore. It's more of just a whenever I can type of thing. The truck thing, I like having it on Tuesdays as kind of my decompression, my cool down stream of the week. City Skylines is kind of like that, but if I need like multiple cool down streams like that, I would add City Skylines. It's just that if I have visual novels and other important things like that or games that I want to play or have that week, those take priority. But yes, Victor, I'd love to do another City Skylines streams. Those are so fun. I know you'll love them. It's a good game. I followed a couple new City Skylines streamers that I still need to catch up on some of their streams, but I just catch them when I can. And yeah, this guy does it like 10 p.m. to like 3 a.m. Pacific time. And yeah, that one guy I followed the other day, I was like, yes, I'm vibing with him. And he was the right vibes. He was making something based off of LA. Yeah, a lot of good stuff. Really got into an interesting rant here, but hey, it's fun. Anything else I missed? Yeah, both cameras can't exist at the same time, Slow Panda. That's why this whole situation came on, but I don't know if I have to deactivate one of them and then turn it back on when that one's activated, so that's the thing I have to learn and let everybody kind of figures out and learns on the go. So, yeah. There's a lot of those different things where you get ideas that people haven't thought about before, and it's like, you can do this or can you not? You're just like, it's a lot of trial and error. It's like programming, which is why I kind of vibe with it. I'm not much of a programmer now, but more of that like puzzly, sciencey type of sense to me, which is why we have the science borb, Starkey Morph. Way to segue into that, but yeah. Starkey Morph played Where the Demon Lurks earlier. Boy, that was fun. Loved it. Anything else? This is turning into a just chatting stream, which unintentional, but this will probably be the end of the just chatting part, and then we'll get back into streaming. Or trucking, per se. All right. Honestly, with any form of art, never start with the expensive materials. That is a big thing I want to advise, because this, when I started, they didn't have that like cheap. No, it's not cheap. Well, it's cheaper in cost, but it's not. I wouldn't say it's cheaper in quality. But yeah, there are some things where you could just start with regular one color vinyl, and that is cheaper. You can buy that at a Michael's or a Joann's. I'm trying to think of all those like crafting stores. I'm not much of a crafting store person besides that. But yeah, Joann's, I think Hobby Lobby, maybe. I don't think. But yeah, some of those like your Michaels and Joann's, whatever crafting arts type of store like that has those vinyls that you can press into a shirt or even onto a window and whatnot. But yeah, you have those special types of vinyls, and yeah, it's like the typical vinyl you could see on like a jersey or sports thing like that. And you could test that out and do that first, because I did that a couple of times for like my mom had like a family reunion and she wanted to get t-shirts for all of like the little cousins, third cousins and grandkids. And so I made a bunch of those, and I did each of like their names in like one color on the shirt. So I got it in the t-shirt was in their favorite color, and then the vinyl was something that complemented the color. And it was really cute. The kids liked it. It was fun. It was nice to have another t-shirt for them. But yeah, did that, and that was easy. The vinyl was cheaper. You could only get like, you could get like a foot, however many feet, and yeah, you just do that. Get like a cutter and slap that on. Not too expensive. The most expensive thing when you start out with that would probably be the cutter itself, because you kind of want something that's like automated and not just you trying to cut each letter out by yourself, because that is really hard. So it's like you have a whole list of priorities of what you want. Back to this, what happened for me was I bought the cutter. That was pricey in and of itself. And if you're just doing one color vinyl with, cutting it out like this on a shirt, just one vinyl color and a shirt, the cutter is going to be the most expensive thing. What happened with me is that the vinyl I got here for this shirt, you had to have a special sublimation ink, which is like the stuff where if you see some special like shirts that are like polyester or very stretchy like that and have like crazy wacky wild designs on them, usually those are typically sublimated, where they just slap it onto a fabric, make it digitally, print it out, and it's bam, seared into the fabric or inked into the fabric permanently, and it can't come out. It is permanent ink basically onto the product. And so this is like that, but you put it onto the vinyl instead of the shirt. And so I had to buy a sublimation printer. Sublimation printers are expensive. For like an 8.5 by 11 sublimation printer that specifically can do sublimation inks, $800, $700, I think, maybe even $600, but anywhere between that like $700 to $800 mark is what I remember. I got a landscape bigger type of like 11 by 17 printer, and that was $1,500 American dollars USD. Yeah, quite a hefty way to start out. Definitely not something you want to be doing as your first go-to. You definitely want to start out cheaper than that. And I originally was, but then my parents were like, we don't want you to get dirty with the like screen printing paint. So I went with the cleaner method, but more expensive. And so I did that. Took me a few tries to get something like this, and a lot of trial and error, but I got it, and yeah, it definitely sunk me out of a lot of stuff. It was pretty much most of my graduation gift. So that is definitely a bigger regret for me, where I'm like, I could have traveled with that money, could have done something else. So very interesting there. And yeah, try to think of what else to say about that other than made a mistake going for the expensive thing. And then eventually when I got that toner shirt, yeah, the sublimation ink's there to replace them is like 70-ish bucks per ink thing. I know there are special sublimation inks that you can put into a regular printer, but make sure your printer works for it, and that's a whole thing. And those are expensive too, about the same price, $70 per ink replacement. This for the toner printing stuff, toner printer that I got, is only for landscape, or not landscape, sorry, brain. A A4. A4 paper. You know, like the 8-ish, 8.5 inch by like 11-ish inches or 8 point whatever. Basically your typical paper size, your typical like 8.5 by 11 college whatever paper. It could only fit up to that size for your paper. That was $4 grand. Expensive. Just to get stuff like this. And the toners themselves, when you replace them, are like 200, 500. I think 500 max, but still 200, 500 per cartridge. And that's the same situation with the sublimation, obviously cheaper, but it was like 70 per cartridge or whatever. All expensive. Oh no, the time zone's catching up to you. If you have to go to bed, Slow Panda, good night. But yes, with any form of art, yes, same idea. Been going on with a long rant about this, so definitely could see the silence there. But yes, I decide, hey, I'm going to upgrade to this. I'm going to definitely do this and spend a lot of time with trying this out and all. I did for like the first couple of months, and then I got busy with work. And so I ended up leaving it for a little while. And so I was like, yeah, not getting my money's worth out of it for a little while. And right now I'm kind of like that with it. But fortunately, I'm passionate enough where I'm like, I want to keep it as long as I can put it in my own space. I'm in this weird loop where I'm like, I could sell it if I wanted to and if somebody wanted it. But at the same time, I still like creating stuff like this, full color, custom, whatever. That's the only downside if you're doing in the beginning. You can only do one simple color, or you can't do a full, beautiful, like mosaic, whatever like this. And so that's just anything. You gotta start out simple. And so I just got lucky where I had the funds and the passion for it and went for it. But not everybody can do it. That is something I realized and had to learn on the way, is that this is not just an easy thing for people to get themselves going and getting themselves with it. So if I'm like advising people, I'm like, definitely don't go the way I did. Yeah, very, very passionate about it. If I were to tell you, if you were like, I want to do this, I want to get started, I want to start to see if I like this idea and how to get started, I have two paths you could start on. One or the other, both at the same time, if you had a little more money. But if you want to go path A, the cheapest way possible, like, don't want to go for any sort of expensive like printing stuff, and you're willing to get your hands dirty when you do it and have a place to wash, I would go with the screen printing stuff. You can buy those things, all of it, at Michael's or your typical craft store. And that's like, I think when you buy like 3 or 4 different colors and like the screen painting board, I'd maybe say 3 paints, 3 colors, and the screen board thingamajig. That was all about $100, 80 to 100 together. That was simple. You could just do stuff like write something in one color or whatnot, a funny quote or whatever. You could do that with those materials for about $100. Plus, shoot, forgetting about the vinyl cuts, whatever. You want to obviously have like a pattern for the words, like a cutout for them. And getting that, unfortunately, is going to be where you might have to spend another $150 to $300. Depends on the printer, sorry, not the printer, geez. The cutter and the, size, quality, etc. All of that stuff to start out there, all at Michael's. I keep saying Michael's. Michael's or your crafting store. It can all be bought there at one place. You could start there, just go to your store, get that, and then just start hands-on, get dirty, and then see if you like doing that process, the passion of it. And that I don't think you need much of a heat source for. Like I said, I can't get everything off the bat. Sorry to be so ranty. Okay, commit to bed, Slow Panda. Good night, Slow Panda. Sorry if I missed you, but take care. Thank you for coming. Always love having you. Same with McJick. I think it was, yeah, McJick was here. Uh, yes. But, geez. All that happened, and yeah, okay, back to this. But yeah, getting those essential materials, you can start out with the screen painting method at Michael's or whatever, or you could go the cleaner printer method, but those materials are more expensive. And I think you would have to be kind of willing to drop more like 700 to 1,000 in total. So for the first method I mentioned, probably about maybe 300 to 500, I would say, when you get everything to finally do a thing with it. Maybe more 300 to 400. It really, I don't remember the prices, but it is that 500 and below category versus doing it with the printer, the special inks, or printer, like, yeah, printer inks like that, like the sublimation inks that I showed earlier. That stuff, it looks cooler. You could do all the colors together on a printer, obviously, but more expensive because, you could do more stuff with it. And it's obviously, cleaner, not as, art. How do I say it? Yeah, it's not as getting your hands dirty. So obviously they gotta make that more expensive for the luxury of that. And so it's like you can start with that. Like it's not like crazy like super astronomically expensive, but it's still like it's definitely out of many people's budgets, I'd say, and definitely that first method would be something I would go for if I wasn't in the situation that I had. And I would have definitely gone for that too, especially if, my parents were like, don't get your, if my parents weren't so like, don't get your hands dirty kind of method. Because, it's their house and their rules. That's the other tricky thing. It's like, if it's in their house, that's their rules. So it's like, yeah. Plan A is like you have your own space, but you don't want to spend too much money versus plan B where you have to be clean, but you have a little more money and, a little less space. It's a really tough thing. It's a tough hobby to start with, or it's a tough hobby to start. But when you get into your space, you have your space, you have the initial start, it starts to like catch up. It starts to really gain traction. So okay, let me just get it wrapped up, wrap everything up. My advice to everybody who wants to get into this, get your research on it, look up those two methods, sublimation vinyl versus screen printing. Those are your two methods that you want to, see. Those are your two starting points. The thing that I'm doing with this toner majig thing, that is definitely way above. That is like step 2, 3, 4 after you do all that stuff that may be more affordable. Because if you go straight into this, you're going to be $4,000 out plus materials, maybe $5,000 then. And you're going to be like, man, I spent too much money. And then if you don't like it, you're like, I'm in debt. So do the research, look up how much everything costs. Unfortunately, life is the numbers game. So as fun and as creatively artistic as this is, if you're not somebody that's like a millionaire with, your money or whatnot, and money's not an object, most of us aren't, you definitely have to think about the money. You have to research what is the most affordable thing for you, the best balance between affordable and fits your lifestyle. Anyway, let's get back to trucking. I am sorry for this long rant. This is one of the craziest rants I've ever been on, and I don't know if I'll try this again sometime. If I do, it'll be its own stream. It's completely its own thing, but I don't know if I want to do something like this in the future. I really like trucking, but I just got into the biggest rant of my life. All right, camera goes off. We're going to talk regular me. I'm going to put this behind like all the things. So red dirt, Jesse. Okay, IRL full is gonna be in the back next time. So next time you see me, my arm like this will be in front. Not a problem. But anyway, let's get that out of the way and get back into driving. So, I wonder if I should have time-stamped that. I had to work on time markers. There was a special thing where I could do that. Let me test it out. Manage. No, I don't have it here. Breakout. This is like Swing Out Sisters' biggest song. I had to stop for a second and be like, yes, this is what Swing Out Sisters is known for. Anyway, too many side things going on. My brain is absolutely insane. I don't think it's here. Okay. Well, that'll be something I'll have to figure out in the future. I wish I could just do it from my iPad or something, but yep. I do have a thing I could do on my Stream Deck, but like I said, I'm not going to do that now. Maybe I could do it after stream and do a test stream. Anyway, back to trucking right now. Dirk, get your brain together. Sorry, folks, if I've gotten too crazy. Rich people getting their hands dirty? No. Exactly. It is pretty fun, though. Screen printing, really fun. And I think anybody can get into the screen printing thing. As long as you have a cutter to cut out your design, etch your design, and the paint / screen. As long as you have those 3 things, you're good. Technically 4 if you include the vinyl that you cut. You did it in college? Oh, I'm jealous of you. I would have loved to do it. I totally missed that earlier. Anyway, would you like someone to check in so you can stay on track? Or would you rather just rant? Please get me back on track now. I am happy that you're all vibing to this. I assume y'all are, but whoever is. But I want to get back into it, is what I'm saying. I want to get back into streaming. I'm going to put the shirt away. The shirt goes back, and we're going to start the stream. Okay. So who was that? I had to say it. Okay, we are going into the trucking again. American Truck Sim video. 1 hour of trucking. 3 hours of me ranting. Well, more so just 1 hour of me ranting and 1 hour of me trucking so far. So this probably will turn into 2 hours of trucking, 1 hour of a giant rant. And I did not timestamp it, which I could probably do in post. I don't know how it works. Like I said, I keep saying like I said multiple times. A lot of learning when you stream. Also, mic still on, but headphones will go off and on again because Bluetooth be wacky on my computer. Alright. I can't hear anything at the moment. The mic is... Why do I keep saying the mic? My headphones are turning on. I still can't hear anything, unfortunately, because I have to reconnect to my voice meter, I think it's called. Basically, my soundboard. Audio mixer. God damn it. Audio mixer. Thanks for the pets. I am being absolutely goofus maloofus right now. Everything is crazy. Everything's going off the shits. Everything is falling apart. Not really, but just everything is happening on my mind right now. The curse of being somebody with a very scatterbrained mind, but one that does a lot. The curse of the STEM major. Too much thinking, not enough doing. Or, well, too much doing, not enough thinking. Maybe it's the opposite. Alright. Spooderfy. Are you still going? Spooderfy is going. Perfect. It all works. Okay, it is the Bluetooth then. Okay. I think at this point, I'll just keep trucking along with it, and maybe later on in the day, I'll restart my computer, because that fixes it, usually. Yeah, I need to get a new computer. But for now, I'm saving up for the apartment. I have to do the security deposit and first month's rent, and then I go to the apartment, and then make sure I have enough money to afford existing. So maybe the first month or two there, I'll probably be waiting to save up for the computer. I really want to get a new computer as soon as I can, though. I love your comment, though, Eris, right before it. Time for trucking, vroom vroom. Thanks for helping me get back on track. And to anybody that either went off due to sleeping or, I don't know, found something else interesting. Sorry about the rant, but yeah. Sorry, not sorry. But yeah, I get why you left, if you did, or if something else came up. Yeah. You gotta do you, but when this happens, I need to not look at the viewer count. I've been getting better at not letting the viewer count inspire what I do, or let it determine what I do. But sometimes if people drop off, I'm like, I don't want to deter people, I guess is what I mean. Like, if what I'm saying or doing is like deterring or really annoying, not something that people would like, I want to at least know, so I'm like, shoot, I don't want to ostracize or push people away. Okay, that's it. Sometimes I have to justify it to myself, and yeah. Here we go. Let me adjust my seat. Let's swerve on the road. Whee! We are living on the edge of that road. Oh no, is it raining? Fuck, please don't tell me it's raining. Good, it's just the graphics being silly for a second. It's weird how this stream turned from a very chill, lax stream to a shirt rant. To me, just losing my mind. I guess adding to the conversation of viewers, I'm not going to talk about the numbers themselves, but when you're having fewer viewers, I've learned to, like, when I have fewer viewers, how am I going to start the sentence? Ah! Alright, that's the thing. Whatever your viewers are, it's like I've learned that even when it's smaller, that just being you, just enjoying whatever you're doing, just makes everybody feel cozier, yourself and the viewers. Especially when it's smaller, is I guess what I was going to say is, when it's smaller, look at it in the positive light of, it's a more intimate situation. You're more together with your viewers. Like, I was able to read everybody's comments earlier. I was able to just, you know, get everybody. Even now I can. But yeah, smaller, you have that experience, but no matter what, being able to being able to shoot the shit. This is definitely a thing I'm noticing. I tend to fumble my words a lot. Ironic, I'm a visual novel reader. But yeah, being able to not let those things affect you and just, yeah, tracking on. Being blind to any sort of numbers, stats, and all that crap will really, it will make you happier. It will make everybody happier. The viewers, you, anybody who is involved that I might run into with my truck. Nobody here, luckily. But it is good. Like, don't change for the view counts. Exactly, Eris. That is the long way of me, or that is the short way of me explaining what I am doing. I don't know if I just made sense there. I think I may have said a fragment instead of a sentence. But yes, um, yeah. Don't let the world make you change. Be who you are. Be who you are, kid. Okay, let's get over that topic, because that is definitely a... It can be a bummer of a topic. It can be... It can be there. It can be that. That will be a good way for me to cut it off and move on. It is a rabbit hole. Anyway. Anyway. We are going to a Walmart. Our favorite chain store. I may take a second to think of another topic, so if things are awkwardly silent, I'm pondering. No, I missed it. Good. Fifth wheel. We have 5 wheels? Cool. 369 miles. Nice. Ooh, I love this song. This is a good topic to switch on to. Let me look at the name of it, but the Best of Swing Out Sisters playlist. I love it. Absolutely so many great songs from Swing Out Sister, especially if you want some smooth, easy listening. But this song is You on My Mind. There we go. Getting out of that. Yeah, You on My Mind is just... There we go. I like hearing that part. It's such an upbeat song for something where you're moving on, I guess. Never die. Maybe I'm not getting the theme down best, but it is one of those songs that's got that pep to it that usually the songs you were listening to earlier are very calming, relaxing. But this one's got a bright outlook to it that I really like. I am pondering the orb. The orb! Let's go with the job market instead. First save, then we'll ponder the job market. This part's great. The build-up's great. That they'll never done, never done. Make it work. Make it work. Alright, where do we go from here? I think we're going to cover the west end of Montana by completing this, and then we'll do, like, central onward for the rest in another stream. Kalispell. Where is Kalispell? Okay, we have a few options. In-state. We got Pendleton. We got Jackson. Washington. Port Angeles. Yes, it does give me Joys of a New Beginning vibe. That's a good way of putting it. It feels like things are washing up after like a storm. Like the flowers are starting to bloom again. Things are starting to regrow again. This is great. Okay, I need to make sure that we do get into Kalispell. Like, we don't miss it. Price. Oof, that might be short. That's also short. That's also short. That's also short. We're gonna go and deliver some logs. Let's deliver some logs. Oh, we're in a new playlist now. We have hit the other 80s pop music. This is from ABC, The Look of Love, Part 1. Alright, this looks like a difficult place to get out of. Here we go. Turn. All I'm saying is that I am stuck. Help me, step log. I am stuck. I thought this would be easier than I expected. I am going so fast right now. Look at the speed I'm going. Out of the pavement. Goodbye. It's goodbye, dreams. 80s pop music, absolute favorite of mine. That, disco, Motown, jazz. Just that 70s, 80s period is like one of my favorites. Well, when I talk to my dad about music, it's like for him, it's like 70s, like fully 70s, and some like 60s is his thing. It's funny because it's like, you know, obviously I'm, you know, young and I wasn't alive at that time, obviously, but it's like weird to think that, you know, usually you like your parents' music a lot is like your initial taste and you go from there. But for me, I always was like a decade ahead or a different period than my dad. I just never got the same MO. Where am I stuck? No. Why is this so hard? Ah! Well, that is damage. Maybe if I go like this. Just look by the cover. The book by the cover. Just look by. Extreme to another. You'll be asking me, is that a deer? What the hell is that in the background? I'll say, yeah, maybe. Why is this so hard? This is like the hardest delivery. Maybe if I do hit V, this might help. I can't believe this is happening. This is a big oopsies. I'm gonna try and go left. Because this is ridiculous. They expect me to get out that way? Ooh, this is a... I think this is a... what's his name? Boy George? Culture Club, that's his band. This is not gonna go the... Oh, well, we can take this. Okay, good. I don't know if this will make things longer. Maybe we did make it like 5 million hours longer. I did look at the time earlier. We are doing the step log. I am crying because this car is slow. This truck is slow. Okay, we're gonna go through Aberdeen. Okay, they go to the same location. Good. Why did it tell me to go that way? That was so dumb. Did I? Okay, I'll slow down the truck. Hopefully that fixed it. If it tells me to lock it again, I swear to God. We are bumping around. Bumpy, bumpy, bump. Would you could tell me if I unlocked it or not? Maybe now I did. I'm gonna beat this. No, I'm not. I'm not. I am not. Thank you for letting me in. This is awkward. I don't know if anybody messaged me on Discord at all earlier. I feel bad if people are like wanting to join, but so far I've just been vibing on my own tonight. Usually I'll try and get people to join, especially if it's like one of these streams where it's like very open-ended. But yeah, today just was one of those days where I'm like, I just want to do my own thing tonight. These are some truck-nanigans. Luckily, the thing got locked, so... Oh, this is a red light! Are you sure it was a red light? Maybe it wasn't. They can't tell you if it was, if they don't know. Ah, man. If I had different reactions, I would try and test them out, but all I could do in reaction is no shirt. Shirtless reaction. Live Dirk reaction. No shirt. No shirt. Everybody take off your shirts for the train! Woo! Woo woo! Shirt comes back on. Hold on, I'm gonna mute the music. Everybody shut up, Constracta. Okay. Okay, how long was that? 15, not bad. Blazed had set the record a while back with 46 seconds. I need to get the name of the record person. I need to figure out the function for that, because I could do that. I could do that, but I need to remember what the identifier is, because you have to, like, save it as its own, like, file name. And, yeah. So you have to do, like, a function where it's like, oh, if this number, or if this is the record, then change the name to this, or whatever. Like, get the username, basically. And I think that's possible. I just need to remember what it was, like, command username, or redeem username. Mix it up is funny, but it's doable. That'll be a test. And I'll probably have to make, like, a test redeem for that sometime where it's like, okay, here's the test winner record person. Or even just make a regular new redeem and be like, hey, new record for you guys to achieve. The perks of streaming and experimenting. You have 5 billion different rewards that you made just to shit around. That's how the die reaction came in. The die redeem, where she just goes, die, repeatedly. Because that was my first loop test. And I was just going to do that temporarily just to see how the video loop worked. And then people just liked it. I'm like, I guess I'll keep it. Die on repeat. Uh-oh, the encoding's getting overloaded. Not good. Not good. I forgot who did Shattered Dreams. I can't remember. I think I put them on a playlist. Speaking of which, I need to like reorganize my playlist because I have a playlist that says pre-2000s throwbacks, and that's like 90s, 80s, 70s, even some 60s, I think. Like, I have to like put all those into their own categories because that is a hodgepodge. And I like to have like 70s, 80s, 90s all in their own decades to listen to. Maybe even somewhere it's like 80s synth or 80s jazz or whatever. All this stuff is a task to do. Ugh. Port Angeles. Funny, we're on the 101. I've driven the 101 IRL. Okay, we gotta stay in the left lane, I assume. I think it's the left lane. Maybe that person behind me wants to get over, but we're fine. We're gonna go into the 5 north. Wow. We're gonna zip up. That was my sock rubbing up against the wall. Well, don't mind me, just gonna do some art while listening. Oh, cool, I didn't know you did art. Neat. Also, I need to get a lurk redeem. Or a lurk command. I think I can do it where you can type lurk and add a bunch of comments or whatever else after it. Because I think you have to do something where it's like exclamation lurk or whatever, but you have to make sure it allows for additional words. Don't know what program I need to work with that for. It might be Nightbot, but I could try and get that to work with Mix It Up. I just need to look that up. Yeah, a bunch of things I could do as a streamer. It's just a bunch of that. Spotify, my YouTube, my visual novel. Actually, YouTube and Twitch are kind of the same thing. Streaming. Yes. Streaming, visual noveling. Art of myself. Going out for a run. All these different things I could do. It's gonna turn off every 5 minutes. I have my tablet like usually set to turn off every 5 minutes, but when I stream I normally would put it on never. Assuming I normally use my tablet, but I need to do that more. But I forgot to do that this time, and I'm in the middle of driving, so I don't want to do that while this is happening. And it takes time to do it. So it's like, whatever. Do I not have my lights on? I'm surprised nobody caught me. Too many things! Ah! It's nuts. Absolutely nuts. And also, interesting situation with my mouse. Also, with... I'm surprised we don't have to go into service for that. With my headphones, anyway, they are very good at noise canceling, so I can do whatever here and not have to worry about the sounds outside bothering me or distracting me. But the downside of that is either I'll sound too loud, like I'll speak too loud and bother people who might be sleeping, or I won't hear somebody calling for me. So, some downsides there. It can really get you in a trance. I didn't even look. But that's okay. I don't even know what this freeway is. It is a freeway, at least. And we are going to get here. We don't want to exit. Speaking of commands, if anybody wants to throw anything at me, I should have mentioned earlier, but I did turn on the tits program. Don't want to just say I turned on my tits. But I just said it. Fine. Tits are on. Tits is on. Tits. So yeah, exclamation throw works. And I do have a 500 redeem where you can throw a mic at me. I am going to work on getting more redeems. Yeah, I promise, but it is something I have in mind. That's the best I could say. Okay, we have to be in the right lane. Luckily, tomorrow I don't have a meeting until like 10:30, so fingers crossed that I don't get any messages from my coworkers to be like, hey, let's do this at 9 a.m. Usually they've been good about that, but today something happened where it's like, okay, can we do this at 9:30 or... Yeah, 9:30, and I didn't see it until like 9:15. I'm like, oh, fuck! And just rushed into that and managed to make it, but... Yeah, that was the additional thing I had to do and was assigned on. Wasn't hard, but I was just like, another thing. I feel more important now. And luckily, this job is starting to feel more and more like a better fit for me than my last position. My last role was like... It was like the beginning stuff was fine, but the things they wanted me to get into were more like high-level, analytical, science-y math, and I'm like, shoot, that's not me, even though that's why I majored in. And then this job came up and luckily accepted me, and I'm like, honestly, it's just one of those things where, sure, maybe luck, but having the skills to makes it all worthwhile, makes it all work out. So you can't just say it was luck. Just want to make sure that worked. Okay. Yeah. So this job's been getting better for me, and so as long as they keep me on and either keep the contract going or move me to full-time, whatever they can do, as long as they keep me going with them, I'm going to be really happy about that. Assuming things don't get too hard. Yeah, but at least, yeah, with my last job, it was like, I don't know. This one's like giving me good vibes off the first month so far. Speaking of which, I get my first, no, not my first, my second paycheck on Friday, so finally I'll be rich again. I'll probably be saving all that up for rent, though. I need to give them my security deposit. They haven't given it to me on the portal, which sounds crazy, where I'm like, I shouldn't be like, come on, make me pay for it. But I just like getting things out of the way. And so I'm just like, looking at my pocket, not getting my pockets, I'm like looking at the portal and going, come on, give me the chance so I could spend the money and then have, you know, so I could give the money up and then know that I could have other money for other things. Let me just do this now so then I don't accidentally spend too much money and then not have enough money. Come on. I don't want to have like X amount of dollars in my bank and not be able to spend it because I have to wait for you to make me pay. That's always the worst feeling of looming. Like I said, I move in early March, first week of March, and so my first month's rent is going to be pretty much that entire month's worth, but I have to pay it pretty much before I get into the apartment. And that's the thing. I don't know when they're going to put it on the portal and when it's due. Exactly. But they said pretty much before, and I move in or around that time. So they didn't give me a specific date of a due date or when it'll get put up on the portal. So I'm just left hanging in the air. But it's like from there, it's like the rent's not gonna be terrible. It's just sweating about the pay. I'm just like, because I get paid bi-weekly, and so that just means I'm gonna be poor for 1 week and rich on the other. And even then, my rent's like about half my income. Like, it's about half of what I earn. Less than half, I'd say. Maybe 40%? It's something like that where it's like 40 to 50%. It is a hefty load, but it is something that I think I can make work. It's one of those things where I'm like, can I? Just like, it's like I can afford it, but it's like, how much am I gonna have to spare for like wants, savings, other things. Yes, the things you need to live. Food. And the lights and the bills and yeah, adulting hard. Speaking of which, I will have to eventually go to bed like an adult sooner or later, so this will probably be my last drive. You're too slow. Stop being slow. Another thing I might have to do, keep adding things of what I need to do for my channel, is... Oh, I just thought of two things, but the first thing I thought of was I need to Jeez, what am I saying? Skim through all my Twitch clips, because I have a lot, and a lot of them are just kind of like random things that don't have any worthwhile stuff in them, where they're just like, yeah, just unimportant clips where they're just kind of spam in a sense where you're like, I just gotta remove them. And so I'm gonna have to kind of risk through that, get that all set up so that pretty much anytime somebody looks at my channel and selects a random clip, it's not just me going, I'm driving, and blah, 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 and then the clip ends or whatever. Like, I want funny haha moment in my clip. You got it? Which there are a bunch. It's just, yeah, combing through them. That's the term. Skimming, I was like, skimming doesn't sound right. And I bonk the mic again because I rubbed my nose. I had soup today. My mom made this interesting soup. It was like ham and potato, and it was like kind of a cream of something broth. It's like that creamier kind of broth. It was good. I was not expecting a ham and potato to be some sort of like interesting soup. I thought it was just gonna be like some bland chicken brothy soup, and nah, it delivered. I think we might have some left over, because if we do, I'm definitely gonna have that the next day. Assuming it rains. I think it's supposed to rain tomorrow for us here. Most of the week's been good, but we do have one day this week where it's just gonna rain out of the blue. And when that happens, it's gonna be like, okay, time to get the umbrellas again, time to go into California panic mode, and everybody's gonna drive horribly, so don't go outside. Luckily, my job's here at home, so it's like not much of that, but if I want to go out and eat something, yeah. I've been saving a lot, actually. Like, I haven't gone out in a week now? I think I went out last Thursday or Friday. It's like at the end of last week, I had work like in an hour, or it was like I had a lunch break for an hour, and then like 30 minutes or 60 minutes after that, I had a meeting. But I ended up going to this taco stand place. It's a restaurant, but it is like the food itself is like basically like taco stand tacos and whatnot. Like that type of authenticity to them. Like it's really good, but also very scrappy in the way they prepare it. Scrappy in a good way, I guess is what I mean. It's not some sort of gourmet, is what I'm saying. It's not like gourmet Mexican, which it's still good, but yeah. Anyway, I went to this like restaurant, and it was an awesome taco place, and I actually got a burrito there. They made street-like tacos, but in a burrito form, and that's what I ordered. And white-ass me did not order it with guac, because I purposely chose that. But I was like, no guac. I'm not a fan of guac normally, and no salsa. But it was still really good. I was really happy with it. And I got a glass bottle of Fanta. Mexican Fanta, the 500 milliliter size. So good. Oh, it just made everything worth it. I'm going to want to go back there again and do that again. Like, I normally don't crave Mexican. I like it when somebody brings me to a Mexican place, but I can't ever really think of a Mexican go-to place where I am. At least in my immediate town within like a 15-minute radius or 20. Yeah, maybe 20 to 30-minute radius, because there is like a breakfast-like place with good breakfast tacos and whatnot. Or no, breakfast burritos, sorry. That's really good, but it's like it's like 3 or 4 cities over, and it's like, that's a 40-minute drive. And like, I'm not gonna do that for between work. The most I do when I go out to lunch is like a 20-minute. If I do something like that, it'd be like either for dinner or something later. Like, I have a go-to Italian place that's kind of like faster food. It's not like fast food where it's completely garbage, but it's also not like gourmet, like, it's not like very authentic-y, like, you know. It's that in-between, this Italian place, and I go there all the time when I'm craving a good chicken marsala, and it's just, it really hits that craving for me when I need Italian for lunch and need something relatively quick. I still have to drive 20 minutes there and back, but the positive is when I move, I'll only be 5 minutes away. Maybe 10? 5 to 10. But still, half the distance, and I'll be near there, and a pad thai place, and my mall, which has a couple of good restaurants. It has a Cheesecake Factory, like most malls. They did have a Red Robin at one point, but then that shut down, which made me very sad. Would have loved unlimited fries. The only other place that I know of that I've been to around here that has unlimited fries, I think they do. Do they? Does Five Guys have unlimited fries? I don't remember. I just know they give you a ton of fries, and it's like, really, really good, but... I mean, fries themselves are like, but having a lot of fries is better than not having many fries. That is my logic. Having a lot of fries is always good. Unless the fries are absolutely garbage, then you got good fries. Having many fries makes me happy. But yeah, I've been looking for something like that too in general. It's like a good burger place with good fries. And I haven't really found that, unfortunately, around me. Like, I found a place with like an interesting burger, but the fries there are like, I can't find a place really with like those fries that just make me go, I need to get more fries from there. Sadly, the place that I go to in my local area for go-to fries is Wendy's. Wendy's has good fries, don't get me wrong. It's just, you want something, like, if you're like, I want my go-to favorite burger joint fries, you don't want to have that be Wendy's. You feel like the bar is low then. Like, all the better burger joints, or at least better in terms of, like, you know, upscaling or quality, supposedly, their burgers can range from, like, overrated to fine, and then their fries are just, like, just kind of there to be there. Kind of sad. Yeah, I know they give you a shit ton, but yeah, they don't think they have unlimited. Oh, that's too bad. I just remember people getting like those large fries and they just dump a bunch of fries into the bag and the cup would just be in there. It's like, would you like some cup with your fries? And I'd be like, yes, please. 1 cup with my giant bag of fries. Oh, and the fries would be fine. They'd just be fine. But having tons of fries is nice. I'm trying to think of a place that the fries were relatively soggier, but they were really good still, and there was a ton of them. My brain's just blinking out on that, because I thought I went there, like, the other day, and just, yeah, really liked it. Gosh, like, I thought I took it to go, too, which is why maybe they were soggier, but they were still really nice. Where did I go? Why the heck can I remember? I think I may have gone with my mom or somebody and was like, we had a ton of fries and it was like, I can't finish these. Where the heck did we go? Jeez, that's gonna really elude me. My brain's gonna hurt. Oh, well, I'll have to think about that another day. What have I done to deserve this? I can't believe you've done this. Oh, this song is fun. Sad for the guy, but a bop nonetheless. We're only 4 hours and 45 minutes away. Okay. Good. I just don't know how much longer I can go. It's 10. It's a little past 10 here, and I should probably get done soon. Plus, I want to have a little time before I go to bed to kind of snack, have a little chill time. I always like to have a little, like, hour or two to kind of be like fun, relaxed playtime for me to just do whatever and be lazy, consume food, and yeah, do that to get me relaxed and then fall asleep. The panda goes sleepy. Oh, that would be a good, like, that'd be like a good GIF or something. Like, that'd be like a good screen or some sort of thing like that. A good GIF commission would be to have me like Panda Bear Dirk missed the exit. Made it. Yeah, to have me, Panda Bear Dirk, going to sleep and having like my belly or something like that rising up and down. My chest doing that. Either way. But you know, basically having me napping and breathing. All cute like. I'm gonna get... Screw it. Nobody's gonna care. Nobody's gonna care. Nobody's gonna care. No one is gonna care. I got a ticket. Oh well. Nobody got hurt. Only my morale. Seriously, I wonder if I mix a text. Takes out the phone while texting and driving. Ah, I'm about to miss my stop! What's gonna happen? Nothing. Because not every texting and driving has an accident. Seriously, don't text and drive, though. It is really bad. And I've been getting way better at making sure that if I have anything, it's at a stoplight, and it's a 1 second rule of looking, and yeah, 1 second look, and then back to the road. My mom taught me that rule. She mostly looks at the road and doesn't use her phone anyway, but she's like, if you do, 1 second, look back. 1 second max. Sorry, what was I going to say about that? I have another thought. Yes, texting and driving situation. With my watch, luckily, I can now, like, look at things. Like, if I'm playing music, I can, like, pause it or play it instead of having to look at my phone to do it. And then another thing with that is, like, I could also, like, if I had to text or call or whatever, or, well, call, I could just use the phone itself. But if I have to text, I don't have to touch the phone to do that. I could just be like, hey, phone, text, and, you know, it'll shoot the message off. It's like, wow, it's so cool. It's so cool having a smartwatch. Like, my first paycheck, I may have done a little splurging, and I ended up buying a smartwatch, particularly an Apple Watch. And I got this one that's in Starlight Gold, or Starlight is the color, maybe not gold, but it's like an off silver and a golden hue. But yeah, I got Starlight color, and the band I got, oh, I need to show you the band. I'm gonna get distracted. This will not be a rant. This will not be a rant. Everybody shut up. Everybody shut up. We're gonna do the reveal. It's not showing. Did I deactivate it? Maybe. Alright. The watch. Here it is. It's rainbow. The watch has a rainbow time. I can't get it to do the thing. Ah. If I do this for a split second, you'll kind of see that it does the color. Ah, like that. And then this rainbow. Oof. Rainbow. But yeah, this is the Pride 2021 edition band that they had. I'm really happy they still out on the market and didn't stop when I got this, because I was scared they were going to be like, it's 2 years ago, move on. Maybe they'll make a newer one for 2023. But yes, this is Starlight. I'm about to say gold again, but it's only Starlight. So it looks kind of gold, but under this light, it looks more gold. Looks kind of silvery to me, but it's like that in between. But yes, this is like an interwoven thing, so I don't have to do a belt and like strap it on like that. I just slip it on, slip it off. It's so nice. I've been waiting on getting this watch for over a year, and it's like, man, saving up, working for the job to get the job. It's been like a perfect way to start the year off. Rub my nose, cuz nose ready from soup. Soup nose. Alright, camera goes off. Why am I here? Why am I in this location? I don't know. Right. But yeah, that is my watch. Back to trucking. Yeah, but this watch, it's like I could tell it to text. I could tell Siri to have it text, making sure it didn't turn on there when I said Siri. Okay, good, it didn't. But yeah, it's so cool. I could play music on there. I even got it as like a cellular plan, so it costs a little more, but I could take it without having to bring my phone with me, so I can go on a walk with just my phone. I mean, just my watch. I could go with just my watch and just mess around, have fun, and just, yeah, have it call. I could, yeah, play the Spotify music. I could check the weather on there, my heart rate, and all these fun things that some of the stuff you can't even do on, like, yeah, normal smart watches. There's like a lot of features on here, but I can't name them all. Still not as like great as a phone, but you know, then why have a phone if this does everything a phone does? So it's great for what it does, and it's a real big step up from what I had before. It was really basic what I had before. It looked like an anklet or whatever. It was just, all it did was really tell me my time, my heart rate, and maybe had a timer and stopwatch. It did, but it was very basic. Everything was, yeah, that was basically about it. But it's like this watch has all that and more. What was the joke? I'm running out of fuel. Haha, very funny. Oh yes, such a colorful watch. Cause who can tell the time straight? Oh. Good one, Eris. I love it. That is a 10 out of 10 joke. It'll be really 10 out of 10 if I miss the gas station. Well, fuck. I might run out of gas today, and that would be quite a shame. Please, please let me turn. Please, 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 please. This is so illegal. Everybody hates me. Oh, everybody's gonna hate me. I need it. We're so close. Oh, this ain't gonna work. The logs are gonna fall. The logs are gonna fall. This is a terrible, 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 terrible idea. I need to change the perspective. Sometimes you just need to change your perspective in life. And then sometimes you just need to know how to drive properly. Oh god, oh. This is not a thing I can get out of. How the hell did I think this was a good idea? Nobody clip this. This is one of my most embarrassing moments ever. I think I might need to call a mechanic. I miss me. We're gonna need a mechanic, please. This is embarrassing. Not one of my brightest moments. I can't believe I've done this. I'll say the stream is also going longer than I expected, so this might take me a little more time to do, and hopefully I'm next to a gas station, because otherwise I would be really sad. I don't think we're near a gas station. I lied, we are near a gas station. I need to also fix some things. Hopefully these are covered by my employer. Good. They're covered by my employer. We do not talk about the employer. Let's go get some gas. I am tired, I need gas, and I need to give no more shits. It's only wood. What's the worst that can happen? Because I have it as a Twitch extension on my Opera, but I have like that on a different screen, and this mobile iPad Opera app does not tell you. It's a whole hullabaloo. My poor employer is gonna go into debt for this. Man, if my employer were rogue for it, I'd be done for. but also be screwed. Thirst needs to go down. Stop it, Dirk. You can't be doing this to yourself. You also can't be doing this to chat or Twitch. This is too much pain. Can I sleep? Please let me sleep here. No, not that button. God damn it. Today is just the day that doesn't work out, does it? I'm gonna try. I'm finding a place to rest. Gosh darn it, give me a chance! Ah! Excuse? One. Donnez-moi une chance. You doubt, plead, whoopsie daisies. I just go into the finance office and it's like, how did you spend $1 billion on a truck drive? Oopsie daisies. Whoopsies puts you into debt. Ooh, breaks your bank, makes you go into several $1 billion of class action debt. Oh no, I've been a naughty panda, spending money. You have a guilt kink, but the kink is just you spending money frivolously. It's like, oh no, I spent money. Oh. I have gone to the store and bought too many items. How will I ever pay off this credit card? Okay, we're getting close to ending. I think my mind's about to hit the toilet. My goodness, are things going off the wire. Depletes your bank account cutely. Defunds your project. Depletes your project funds. Oh god. Man, I'm just it's so tough for me because like one hand it's like I've already seen multiple people play through Hi-Fi Rush, but on the other hand it's like I haven't seen 100% of it, and it's like, is it something then that's like I would want to then play up my own channel, or yeah, it's like, do I want to play this on my own channel? It's like it could be, but it's like it's not my normal genre to play like battle fight 'em type of games like that. It could be fun, but yeah, that. I do like the rhythm aspect, so that might be something that gives me a little entryway into like beat 'em up games. I don't know if they're called MMOs. I'm really bad at game genres. I'm a gamer and I don't know game genres. Sue me. Ah! But yes, it is fun. It looks fun. I just feel like I've played it all. It's like, you know, obviously not watch it 100%, but I probably will eventually after this next 2 weeks with everybody playing it. But yeah, once that pretty much happens, it's like I've pretty much seen everything. It's like, why would I want to buy it for myself other than to get the feel for the game mechanics? It's like, I know the story, so I'll feel like I won't have that same genuine, you know, I won't have that same emotion for the game when I'm playing it. I'll just be like, yes, I remember that part. I remember that part. I feel like when that happens, it's harder for me to get into buying a game and playing it. If it's something like more open-ended like this or Pokemon or Switch Sports, but yeah, if it's something more like this, I could just do it on my own time and have my own unique story from it. But yeah, when it is a story-based game, it's just too hard for me to get the will to play it on my own then. Like, if I was somebody that enjoyed playing games for the mechanics and whatnot, it would be fun to do that again, but I don't know, it's just not my genre of things. Maybe it's just because I haven't played video games like that in forever, and so I just need to get my feet wet. But for now, it's just, yeah. It's just, yeah. Just, yeah. I'm in a changing situation. I'm in a very transitionary stage of getting on my own, figuring out what I can do, what I have time for, what I can afford, blah, blah, blah. Boring, boring, boring. But it is something where I'm glad at least it's my figuring out. It's my decision what to choose, what not to choose. I'm no longer gonna be stuck at home having the world around me determine my actions. Obviously, I'll still take in advice from people and friends and family from time to time, but for the personal things like those hobbies and stuff, I mean, it's like, I don't have to worry about, I'm staying up too late, or, I'm gonna have to, you know, I can only play this much at this time and this hour, or go to bed, and this. I'll have my own schedule, and I'll do what I want. Yeah. In my experience, games always hit different when you play them yourself versus watching them. VNs included. Interesting. Now, streaming it or not is a different circus. Yeah, I see what you mean. At first I was like, watching the stream or playing? But yeah, playing versus... It's like, playing it versus streaming it, it's very, very similar. It's like you are playing it, but it's like playing it before streaming versus playing after streaming it. Are people honking at me? Am I being honked at? What the hell is wrong with you people? Oh my god, you people. Stop. I can't see. I don't know how to switch back to my normal camera. I don't know why I said change, but yeah, playing before versus playing it after you start streaming it, or you know, playing the chapter before you stream it versus playing the chapter after, or playing it while streaming. Yeah, the difference I think is like, I think it's like when you do it before, just the live reaction or the live reading then becomes more of a performance, more of an act, than not in the way of like, oh, it's not genuine, but more of a you know how to read the lines, you know how to like, you know, react and emphasize the parts. But when you're doing it during it, you get taken in as more of an audience member when you're watching it. Like, you still perform the stuff, but you're like as shocked as everybody else is. But going into playing it versus watching it as a whole nother can of worms. Yeah, that is something I haven't experienced, but it could be something that I would like to try and get myself exposed to. It's also another thing with me where I'm like, I don't want to watch new things or things that people talk about just because I feel like I get enough of it from them, and I'm like, that I don't want to be behind on the train, things like that. That's the thing with like video games. Like, I worry that I'll end up being one of those people that I hear it about this game so much from other people and see so much from other people that my playing experience, like I won't feel enough of a reason. And that's what's holding me back. Like, I feel like I'll be behind everybody else will have moved on to another thing before I can like get through the playing reaction of it and be like, yes, I love doing this mechanic, or blah blah blah. And then people are like, yeah, I'm doing this game now, or yeah, that was 6 months ago, or whatever. Yeah, there's always that worry. But then again, I've seen Kabu still playing Cult of the Lamb, but that game's very. Honk back. Oh, I read that already. I need to honk back twice now. Very assertive. How about this? I'll shine my brights. I can't remember the button that is for, like, big honking. I forgot. Yeah. I just need to talk myself into it. The more I talk about, the more I get myself wrapped around doing it, the more I'll actually get into it. Because if I just let my mind forget it, I'll never get to it. I'll just sit there and be like, yeah, other people are playing it. It's fine. It'll be another thing that will just pass me. That I've partially experienced. Yeah. The mix of that plus making sure I budget correctly to get it. Oh yeah, it's not only getting the game itself, it's since it's on PC, I need to get like an Xbox or I think it's Xbox controller compatible. I think a lot of those games are. I have to make sure because it sounds like Xbox is pretty much compatible with like all PC games or Microsoft at least. That's a weird thing I have to double check on, but with like Fortnite and a lot of those games I can supposedly use an Xbox controller for it, and I would like to do that once I get the gaming PC so I can play Fortnite and all those desktop compatible games there instead of having to pull out the Switch for all of it. Don't get me wrong, I'll still be doing the Switch for many games, obviously Switch Sports, but it's just for those very online type of games like that where you don't need to have a Switch controller or the Xbox controller feels better. I would have that. And, you know, playing games like Hi-Fi Rush or any other games like that that are console but compatible with PC, then I could just download it to the PC instead of having to have that other console. Come on, go fast, make it, make it, make it, make it, make it. So yeah, the Xbox controller might be a thing on the list. It depends. My brother was gonna sell his Xbox One. I don't know if he already did. But if he hasn't and has a spare controller, I'll probably ask him for it to like connect. Even though I don't have the gaming PC ready, it'll just be nice to have that for either when it is or test it out on this computer to make sure things are compatible, blah, blah, blah. Because, gosh darn it, when I play stuff on PC and it is like more fighter, shooter, action based like that, I need a controller. Otherwise, I can't do it. A game like this where I just drive, the controls are easy enough that I can manage with a keyboard. A game like Fortnite, I need a controller for. If I had to do this with my keyboard controls, my keyboard buttons, I would be a klutz. I'd suffer. I do not have the finger coordination. God damn. I can't see you. Turn on your goddamn lights. You fucking jabroni. I literally could not see them. Their lights were dark. Idiots. Alright. We were talking about, yeah, controllers. Yeah, it's kind of the FOMO. Exactly. I've had the same feeling with cons, meeting up, social, etc. Yeah, it is like keeping up with the latest thing. It's so tough to get that balance of staying relevant with it versus, like, investing the time into it. Because, like, as a result, you sometimes only partially do it through word of mouth or watching experience. Like, it's still okay if you just want to watch, but it's like but sometimes it's like, you just have mixed feelings of you might want to do it. For people who are like, I don't have the time and know that, and they just want to sit down and watch, yeah, more power to you, but I'm in a weird dilemma where I'm like, do I? Could I? should I? What do I want to do? Do I want to get more into gaming? Like I said, I'm absolutely in a weird clusterfuck of transitioning with things. Still getting used to my job, still understanding what moving out's going to be like, and still getting it all prepared. I should be in the left turn lane. Am I gonna break the rules? Let's pretend this is a green light. How about that? We're only 1 minute away. 1 mile away, I should say. It's not a big deal. Oh man, everything's broken. I don't even know anymore. Stop sign, never heard of her. When in doubt, try something new. Yeah, nothing ventured, nothing gained. Exactly. Like, I did put Hi-Fi Rush on my throne, just in case I got it. Like, it's one of those things where I'm like, if I get it, I'll definitely play it. If I don't, then it's like, that's when I'm like, shouldn't I? That type of thing. I'm like, maybe I'd get it on my own. If, you know, if I didn't get it bought for me on throne. It's like one of those things where I'm like, stop sign? Who? Never heard of her. Yeah, who is she? Yeah, weirdo. That's new to me. But yeah, it's like one of those things where you're like, if it's handed to you, if it's one of those things that just, it works out right, you're like, yeah, of course I will, obviously. But it's like, to go out of the way is always the hardest part. And so, the timing of that for me is going to be the big uh-oh. It is the big uh-oh for me. My number one priority is to pay off the security deposit for my new apartment. Because that's going to be hefty. That's going to be pretty much my entire next paycheck. And so I'm like, oh crap. I don't think I'm going to have any spare money for the next 2 weeks after that, too. So the next paycheck will go completely or nearly completely to that. And then I'll have to wait until the following paycheck to have anything else to spare or do stuff with. So that will be a blast. So that's why I'm like holding back on immediately jumping into buying Hi-Fi Rush. That and the Xbox controller. I think there's also like gaming PC specific controllers where they're not like Xbox or PlayStation or anything, where they're like actually like their own brand, but they're just PC compatible. And I would say maybe I would try that. It just depends on price on all that, because like I think an Xbox controller is decently priced. It really depends. Maybe they're all in the same ballpark, and I just want to see which one is like the most compatible. If like I did get a gaming PC type of thing, is only specific games that's compatible with? Is it like any game that allows you to play it on PC with a remote or a controller? Remote controller. Alright, saving. Yeah, or not Ian. Aya, what's up? Great to see you here. Aw, thank you for the hearts. I'm sorry I'm gonna have to do this, but we're gonna be ending in a bit. We're actually just about to head out. That was my last drive. So we're gonna have to find somebody nice and lovely to raid. So I have to do this, and then I'll have to do this. I have my throne still in the background. I might have to put something silly and cheap on there to get that threshold over. Like a little $10 thing. I'll ask for 5 Reese's. Oof, that would be good, though. a full pack of Reese's peanut butter cups. Maybe not on Throne, but yeah, I'm gonna go check on Twitch. Mr. Twitch, who is streaming? Okay. Off the bat, I'm like, oh, it's Slush Dog there. Because I was giving Slush Dog vibes a little bit later on in the stream. Marcus is there. Superheroes. Cards, superheroes, everything. Okay, oh, Wolfie is doing art. Feed Zach is... Oh, no, not Sagittary. We're not going for Sagittary vibes, but Feed Zach's fun if you like movies. Kind of like Rack. Rack is streaming. Brack's doing the Marvels. Ah! Now I'm split between who I want to stream invade. I think I did Rack the other... I don't know. I don't know if I've ever raided Marcus. Rack, I'm sure I've invaded once. I will definitely check out Rack's stream for sure. Okay. I'm going to open up Rack's in a different window, but I'm going to raid Marcus. I'm sorry, Rack. I have betrayed you today. But, nah, I think I need to give Marcus some love. I don't think I've ever given them a raid before, so I think raiding them might be a fun little first time for them. Or for me, first time to raid them, but it'll be fun nonetheless. They're both loading at the same time. Who's gonna win? I'm waiting on this ever so impending load. Jeez, everything's like, bleh. My computer be bonking out. Oh, Brax won, but I'm waiting for it to actually say something. The screen popped up, but now it's like frozen. Smooth jazz. Ooh, this game's definitely interesting here. Marvel's Midnight Suns. Hadn't heard of that game before, but it looks very good. At least graphic-wise, holy crap, I don't think I've seen, like, groundwork that well. Wow, graphics are good. Rack, I need to silence you. Rack, you've been silenced. Okay, we're gonna go into Marcus's raid. Or, we're gonna go to Marcus Wolfie's channel and raid. So, we're gonna pop in the raid message. For anybody who's not familiar, we're doing a lovely Dork Squad invasion. I said we're doing a... Come on, button. There we go. It just took a second. So we are going to do a lovely Dork Squad invasion. I'll copy that and paste it over when I do it too. Yeah. Smooth jazz going on right now. You like smooth jazz? Oh, there we go. we got the raid messages started. Okay, here we go. Marcus Wolfie. All one word. And spelled the way I think it's spelled. What's the worst that could happen? Here we go. Thank you for the stream. Aw, of course, Eris. Thank you for coming and thank you for all the lovely comments. Really happy to have you. And thanks to everybody else for giving off the good vibes too. Love you all for coming and giving some fun words of advice and funny moments to talk about. But yes, we are going to raid Marcus. And yeah, they're playing Marvel Midnight Sun. Midnight Suns. Marvel's Midnight Suns. Alright, chat. Here we go. Time for the outro. I appreciate y'all coming. The music. Sorry. Pause. There we go. Music stopped. Alright, folks. Here we go. I really do appreciate y'all coming. Seriously. So, here we go. The same old outro. The routine is back. Thank you all so much for coming and watching tonight. And until next time, take care, folks.